impact as you return to the office. Also new in our next hour, what Americans are dealing with as businesses rely less on people working from home.
And taking a look at live radar, that strong line of storms up to the north of us near Port Charlotte making its way down. Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman is also tracking new rain popping up in Lee County.
.92.5 Fox News. Right, all along.
It wasn't that long ago I wasn't able to sleep in my own bed. Technically, I still had a bed, but because of my wife's struggles with CPAP, I was the one having trouble sleeping. The noisy machine, her constant tossing and turning. I had to move out to the couch, out to the recliner, out to my son's bunk bed. That is, until she started using Inspire, a sleep apnea treatment that works inside her body with just the click of a remote. Now I'm back in bed with my wife and our 100-pound lab. Good boy.
Get back to sleeping in your own bed with Inspire, a sleep apnea treatment that works inside your body with just the click of a remote. That's right, a button. As you sleep, Inspire keeps you breathing normally and sleeping peacefully. No mask, no hose, just sleep. To learn more, visit inspiresleep.com. That's inspiresleep.com. Inspire. Sleep apnea innovation. Inspire is not for everyone. Talk to your doctor to see if it's right for you and review important safety information at inspiresleep.com.
Florida's climate allows us to spend a lot of time out of doors. But if you're working in the yard, be sure to stay safe. When trimming trees or vegetation, always carefully look first for power lines. You can be seriously injured or killed if you or anything you are touching comes in contact with a power line. Remember, always stay at least 10 feet away from neighborhood power lines and 30 feet away from larger power lines. A safety first reminder from Florida Power and Light and this station.
Homeowners, you hear the news every day. Rates go up and rates go down. While the economy struggles to recover, rising inflation rears its ugly head. Stop banging your head against a wall. Mortgage rates are again at all-time lows. That's right, rates are at all-time lows. Put a bit of cash back in your pocket with a refi from True Mortgage. Get a 15-year fixed at just 1.75%, 2.140% APR. Even better, True Mortgage will cover your title, escrow, and appraisal fees. Qualification is fast and simple. Keep more of your hard-earned money and boost your savings. Lock in a lifetime of true value today with the lowest rates ever offered at 800-430-3334. That's 800-430-3334. 800-430-3334. Or visit TrueNow.com. Sign on the line, Inc. DBA True Mortgage is located at 100 Spectrum Center Drive, Suite 520, Irvine, California 92618. Equalizing lender. Terms and conditions apply. Based on a loan amount of $400,000. Monthly principal and interest payments. Primary residence only with a 50% loan to value. Not all applicants will qualify. NMLS number MLD1713.
Getting it right. All day and all night. 92.5 WFSX Estero. Fox News. Right. All along.
He's still New York's governor. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. Andrew Cuomo not giving in to the pressure to resign from President Biden, New York's congressional delegation, and a majority of state lawmakers from both parties after the state's attorney general's investigation found that Democrats sexually assaulted 11 women. One of Cuomo's accusers, Charlotte Bennett, tells CBS,
"He sexually harassed me. I am not confused. It is not confusing. I am living in reality. I don't want an apology."
Governor Cuomo says,
"I welcome the opportunity for a full and fair review before a judge and a jury, because this just did not happen."
For the first time in 6 months, the number of new COVID cases reported in the U.S. topped 100,000 2 days in a row, 106K yesterday, when President Biden again urged us to get a COVID vaccine.
If you're unvaccinated, you are much more likely to, 1, get COVID-19, 2, get hospitalized, and 3, die if you get it.
He also told Republican governors blocking new mask mandates to get out of the way. Millions of Americans behind on rent payments who are at risk of being evicted get another reprieve. The CDC puts a new ban in place despite a Supreme Court ruling saying only Congress could act.
A revised eviction moratorium from the CDC covers about 90% of the U.S. population in areas with substantial or high COVID infection rates. President Biden concedes the new moratorium may not pass constitutional muster, but says it will provide enough time for federal rental assistance to be dispersed. A group of House Democrats criticized the administration's refusal to extend a moratorium that expired over the weekend.
Fox's Jared Halpern. They held primaries in Ohio for 2 vacant seats in Congress. A Trump-backed Republican, Mike Carey, won the race in the GOP-leaning 15th district. He'll face Allison Russo. In the more Democratic 11th district, Shontel Brown won.
Because until justice reigns for all, justice reigns for none.
She'll face Republican Laverne Gore in November. America's listening to Fox News.
This update is presented by Johnston Spinal Care, the leader in spinal decompression. Find them online at 596back.com.
Wink News, traffic.
Good morning. Off to a pretty clear start so far on the roads. We're dealing with some wet conditions if you're heading out north of Northport right now, especially in the area right around the 200-mile markers where we're getting some early morning showers. So keep that in mind depending on how far north your travels take you this morning. But we are dry and quiet on the roads from Charlotte to Lee and Collier counties. Not seeing any problems crossing the bridges between the Cape and Fort Myers. Should only take you about 2 or so minutes in each direction on both the Cape Coral Midpoint bridges and the Caloosahatchee and Edison bridges in and out of downtown Fort Myers. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Happy Wednesday, Southwest Florida. Get ready for yet another wet and stormy day today. More scattered thunderstorms, some of which could be on the stronger side, producing some locally heavier rain, perhaps some locally gustier winds as these move in from the Gulf of Mexico. And with a mostly cloudy sky, we should be even a little bit cooler than average today, with most of us only set to top off in the upper 80s. Still feeling humid, though, as we continue with that chance for some showers, even into the overnight time frame. Few areas of isolated rain will be possible as we kick off your Thursday morning, with temperatures in the middle 70s. For tomorrow, expect more scattered thunderstorms, perhaps not quite as wet as what we'll have today, and we keep with a slightly drier pattern through your Friday. However, do expect additional spotty storms with highs pushing to 93 by Friday afternoon. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Keeping it right here. We're 92.5 Fox News, and we've been right all along.
At Johnson Spinal Care 596 Back, I strive to offer the highest level of care for those suffering with back and neck problems. With unparalleled service and our award-winning non-surgical spinal decompression approach, thousands of people have chosen us to treat their back or neck problems. If you are seeking lasting relief that is proven effective without needles or surgery, then call today to see if you may be a candidate. This completely safe treatment can be effective for many conditions, including sciatica, ruptured or herniated discs, facet syndrome, compressed nerves, arthritis, and spinal stenosis. Additionally, people who had failed back surgery in the past often find incredible relief from spinal decompression. At Johnson Spinal Care, all our treatments are drug-free and non-surgical. We use new and comprehensive approaches that provide lasting relief. Johnson Spinal Care is here to serve you. Call our Medicare-friendly office today for an immediate, no-charge telephone consultation. 596-BACK. 596-BACK. That's 596-2225.
Enjoy the energizing power of the outdoors. We recommend a mid-morning break in nature. So get outside and make your morning break better with a Nature Valley granola bar.
Injuries on the job can cause you to lose control. I'm Glenn Levine from the law offices of Anajar Levine. Money is not coming in and your medical bills are piling up. Our legal team is here to help. We can help you file all your workers' compensation claims to make sure you get the proper benefits you're entitled to. If you've been injured on the job, call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733 for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
Office in Naples.
At Mr. Sparky, we're America's on-time electrician. Flickering lights and hot switches can be annoying, but they can also signal a major problem, or worse, an electrical emergency. So play it safe and leave it to the experts at Mr. Sparky. Trust our team of professional, clean, and friendly electricians. We'll get it done right and get it done safely.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Independently owned and operated, licensed in the respective state or county.
Celebrate your accomplishments with a previously enjoyed Rolex watch from Duncan's Diamonds. From sporty to dress models.
Hi, I'm Stuart Duncan, and here at Duncan's Diamonds, we have the finest previously enjoyed Rolexes available.
We make the process easy, beginning with the guidance of our expert consultants.
Why buy a new Rolex at full price when you can buy the exact same watch, only a few years older, certified, fixed up, refurbished with a 2-year warranty? And our knowledgeable staff will make your experience as memorable as your timepiece. Come to Duncan's Diamonds today and leave confident. You will receive the highest quality at the best possible prices. We will not be undersold by anyone, anytime, anywhere, and you can count on that.
Duncan's Diamonds. Come celebrate with the Rolex of your dreams. Naples at Mercado, Gulf Coast Town Center, and Fort Myers on US 41. Find your own one-of-a-kind jewelry.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida. Drew Steele.
Well, good morning, Southwest Florida. Glad you're here. 239-479-5592, the talk and text line. We stream live, drewsteele.com. The website, Steele has 3 E's. You can go there to watch right now. You can also go there to subscribe to the podcast anytime you want to listen to the program at your convenience. drewsteele.com has the link that you can get all the information. All right, boy, do we have a lot to unpack today. Does anybody really think, I'm trying to figure out how to put this morning and how to just lay it out there. Does anybody think that anything is going to happen to Governor Cuomo? And if you do think that something is going to happen to Governor Cuomo after the release and the independent investigation found that Governor Cuomo sexually harassed multiple women, violating state and federal laws, even though the AG there, the New York Attorney General, said, hey, we're not going to do anything. So here you go. You guys figure this out, which makes absolutely no sense. Some examples of how the governor is super creepy, at least on the outside. And on the inside, I have no idea about some of the things that are out there, the multiple allegations of sexual harassment, meaning unwanted and inappropriate groping, kissing, hugging, comments that accusers call deeply humiliating, uncomfortable, offensive, or inappropriate. And I say this because, my first reaction after all this time is, okay, you knew this was going to be the case. You pretty much felt like this would be the conclusion after the investigation. There was just too much that was out there. 5 months they looked into this. Former and current state employees all confirming this. Toxic workplace. You probably could have walked through the scenarios, and we'll get to some of that coming up of the audio of the governor saying, no, it's you. It's not me. It's not me. It's you. You're doing this. It's the media. It's Trump supporters. It's political. That's all it is. And yeah, there's audio of him saying he's the victim. Of course, that's how it works. He's lasted this long with all the scandals there. But why do we necessarily care, right? Why in Southwest Florida? Why in the state of Florida? Why ultimately do you care what happens in New York? That's what I'm going to get to coming up in a little bit. And then the second part of this is to me the most obvious issue, and I don't hear anybody talking about it, and it's this. Do you honestly in your heart of hearts think that Democrats would throw one of their own out to the wolves without a plan? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you really honestly think that you have Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, the president of the United States, all saying, yeah, he's got to resign. He's got to go. He's got to go, right? Letitia James, the New York Attorney General, laying it out, releasing a report saying that it did happen, multiple allegations. They found that he did this. Democrats don't do this typically. They protect their own. They don't throw their own to the wolves. So why? It's got to be a reason, right? There has to be more to the story. I mean, forgive me for being cynical, but a Trump-Russia collusion hoax, 3.5 years of lies and Ukraine phone calls, and going after one former president of the United States, and even where we are today with the vid and the vaccine and the news there and everything that's going on and the lies and distortions has me a little bit jaded. I know I shouldn't be. But there's something else, right? I mean, Letitia James would love nothing more than to be the governor of the state of New York, and that might have something to do with it. Democrats like Biden and Pelosi and Schumer saying, listen, at this point, we'll call for it. We'll see how it goes in the state. The Democrats in, again, another one-party, uniparty running the show there in New York. Democrats there in Albany are saying things like, we don't have any trust and faith in the governor as well, so impeachment talk, yeah, we might talk about it. But let's see how it goes. Because at the end of the day, and again, forgive me for being cynical, you don't do this. Democrats don't do this. Well, true, there's overwhelming evidence. Of course they do. It's a hashtag Me Too movement. Really? You haven't been paying attention because all the times that, I don't know, Tara Reid comes to mind with Joe Biden, right?
Not a joke.
Yeah, look up Tara Reid in case you forgot about some of the allegations against the president of the United States back in 2020 that nobody decided that they were going to look into. No, nothing to see here. But I'm a little cynical, so we'll get to the audio coming up. And maybe you want to talk about it, 239-479-5592. In New York as well, where things start to brew and incubate and heat up, and then, you mold and you kind of see how things go. As states go, the incubators of the ideas and the United States, and you look at who and what we are and the founding of this country, and you see certain states deciding to do certain things on their own. It's the incubators, the states are, to find out how things work. And then when they do work, you kind of implement them across state lines, right? For Democrats, for the Marxists, for the socialists, all the same thing in the media. They have an agenda too. They love using states to incubate ideas and to see how things go. And so when you see something happening in California or New York, you say, oh boy, they're doing it there. Chances are they'll do it here. No, it'll never happen. We'll always continuously have a Republican governor till the end of time. You want to rethink that? So when you hear, and we'll get to this as well, one of the biggest stories of the week, when New York City Mayor de Blasio issues an edict that you got to have proof of vaccination if you want a normal life. You want to live a good, healthy, fun life. If you want to have fun, if you want to live like normal people do, you just got to have to be vaxxed. If you're not vaxxed, you're not going to do anything in this city. You're not going to restaurants. You're not going to theaters. You're not going to step foot on subways. You're not going anywhere, my friend, unless you have proof of vaccination. There's something extremely communist, Marxist, socialist, a Democrat about that. Mao comes to mind. Sure, the Chinese Communist Party is sitting going, you're welcome, for the ideas and the. But seriously, you don't think that this could come to a town in a state near you? Why? Why would you say that? Again, as the states are the incubators, they're the idea makers. They're the ones that come and say, hey, listen, let's give this a shot. Where there are constitutionalists who look and say, yeah, you bet, we want the states to come up with and to show the ideas that people in the state have thought about and from a state level that they have looked at the things that are best for the state and implement things here like we have done in the state of Florida and been incredibly successful for a long time. And you would hope that others across the country would start to implement some of the policies and the things that work in our state. The Marxists don't, Democrats, look at it the other way. They look at it as it's like the bubbling, fiendish kind of a test tube. And you got some guy with freaky hair flying all over the place. And you know what I'm talking about, Jake? Like a scientist. You ever see, how typically evil, crazy scientists all have the little, the test tubes and there's bubbles coming out of them. And then there's white hair that's flying all over the place. It looks like a wig almost. And then they got the round framed glasses and they're just kind of sitting there like,
Yeah, it sounds like that guy from Ancient Aliens with the hair.
Right, exactly. What? Yeah, I have no idea what you're saying. But you know what? If it's a guy with freaky hair and rimmed glasses that's got a test tube bubbling over that wants to destroy the country, then that's the guy. That's the look.
Sounds about right.
Yep. You get it? Do you get how the left uses and abuses and says, hey, we can make this work. like when somebody says, for example, charter schools. Oh, man, charter schools. You love charter schools because the idea of a charter is that, listen, you can step away from the public school system technically. I mean, the funding, obviously is there, public funding. But I'm talking about a charter school going, nope, we've got a different charter, everybody. We don't we're not doing critical race theory in this school. We are going to do our own thing, and we're going to have our own base curriculum, and it's going to be something special. And you say, yes, look at these schools and how successful they are. And the left goes, hey, that's a great idea. Well, we could do the same, except we could take it to the extreme. Because it works for us, too, in the opposite. The bubbly test tube, evil kind of hair flinging all over the place with the rim glasses. And see how that works? You didn't think of that, did you? You didn't think that the left could be looking at charter schools as an opportunity to really super indoctrinate kids. All right, audio coming up. We'll get to all of this. 239-479-5592. Do want to remind you, thank you. Keep them coming. Listen, next Tuesday is a very important day here in Southwest Florida, and I can't emphasize this enough. It's super important because if you do care about the education of our kids here across the country, it's going to be an example across the country of what we are doing will be an example. I'm telling you, people are watching what we're doing next week, Tuesday, August 10th at 7:30 a.m., when at 5 locations across Southwest Florida, Lee County and Collier County, we say enough is enough. Kids come first. We want them educated, not indoctrinated. And that's why we're doing these rallies. And we want you to be there. This is the thing where, you've been to the school board meetings, you've shown up in mass, you've let teachers and administrators and school board members know that we are not going to have critical race theory taught in our schools. Oh, we're not teaching critical race. Yes, you are. And I'll explain. And if you need more details on how it works, I'm going to get Media Research Center has a fantastic explanation of how the media is trying to make it sound like critical race theory doesn't exist. But the teachers on TikTok are explaining exactly how they're going to do it. The teachers on TikTok, to be cool for the kids because they know that's where the kids are. And so they can help to make it smooth, to have them believe that what they're doing is right and it's good. It's not. And I'll explain. And you'll hear audio coming up. But again, 5 locations around Southwest Florida. Please make plans for your group, your organization, to your community to get together and find a location near you and be there next week. Just text the letters CRT right now to 239-479-5592 and find the location that's near you so you can be there next Tuesday, August 10th. 7:30 a.m., rallies across Southwest Florida. We've had enough with critical race theory. We've had enough of social justice and diversity, equity, and inclusion, and all the language that we hear. Our kids are not racist, and we're not going to just sit around and do nothing. This is the next step in doing something, and the steps are going to get higher and bigger, and it's a good thing. But please, find a location near you and let people know to be there. It's important we show up in mass. Kids first. Education, not indoctrination. Next week, Tuesday, August 10th, 7:30 a.m., CRT. Text those letters to 239-479-5592. Find the location that's near you. All right, we'll come back with the audio you're looking for, the AJ report and the New York City mayor and some other things that are brewing as well. Stay break 92.5 Fox News, right all along with traffic. Here's Therese O'Shea.
Good Wednesday morning. Keeping an eye on a crash at the intersection of Summerlin Road and Gladiolus Drive, causing some slight slowdowns at the intersection near the overpass. So just watch out for some delays. Otherwise, clear through the rest of the area of Lee County. Heading through Collier, not seeing any crashes to report just yet. We have a disabled vehicle in Lehigh Acres along State Road 82 and Green Meadow Road. So watch out for some activity as deputies are working on getting that removed. We also have wet conditions up across Charlotte County toward Burnt Store Road, especially, and near the coast. Just to the west of US 41, and some slick spots on 75 if you're heading through Northport this morning from some early morning rain we've seen so far. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Get ready for another wet and stormy day today with more scattered thunderstorms in the forecast, some of which could be on the stronger side of things, producing some heavy rain and perhaps some locally gustier winds. A mostly cloudy sky along with the rain keeping temperatures down a bit today as we'll only be topping off in the upper 80s for most areas. Things wind down as we head into this evening. More scattered thunderstorms on tap for your Thursday, though we will be a little bit drier. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
The Drive at 5 with Trey Radel. 92.5 Fox News.
This Fox Business Report is presented by Island Air. High-quality AC repair and installation. Online at islandairfl.com. Online at islandairefl.com.
I'm Maria Bartiromo, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Spirit Airlines cancels or delays flights for a third straight day, citing overlapping operational challenges, including bad weather. FlightAware says Spirit canceled more than half its flights yesterday. American Airlines also canceled hundreds of flights this week because of severe weather. Cryptocurrency is the Wild West of investing, according to the chairman of the Securities and Exchange Commission. He says the SEC will regulate the market to its maximum authority while asking Congress to give it more power over the crypto sector. And optimism over solid earnings pushed the S&P 500 to close at an all-time high of 4,423. Its 42nd record close of the year. The Dow rose 278 points. I'm Carmen Roberts. That's your Fox Business Report. Invested in you.
Dial star 2020. France Eye Care.
Trey Radel, your host of The Drive here. Lifestyle lenses are the new generation in cataract surgery. And at France Eye Care, they know how important it is to not only clear the blurry view caused by cataracts, but to provide you with even better vision through the enhancement of a lifestyle lens. This really is amazing, and my family members have gone there for this too, Dr. France. So maybe you need a solution to help you see near, far, and in between distances. Well, the PanOptix lens can provide that. Maybe night driving is your issue. Well, if you need to extend depth of focus or the ability to adjust power of your lens after cataract surgery, they can do it all for you. France Eye Care has a lifestyle lens that is suited for you and your very specific needs. Call France Eye Care today to schedule your cataract screening by dialing ** 2020 from your cell phone.
France Eye Care.
Hey, it's Drew Steele, and get ready because it's time once again. This Friday, Oaks Farm Seed to Table, we do our first Friday live broadcast, and we love being out there and love seeing you there for the show, 6 to 9 a.m. They open up an hour earlier so that you can come in and enjoy some great breakfast and so much more. Maybe do some shopping while you're there as well. And you know how awesome Seed to Table is and what a great place it is to shop. We hope to see you there. Oaks Farm Seed to Table, our first Friday broadcast, 6 to 9 a.m. at the corner of Immokalee and Livingston Road in Naples. Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News.
For professional roofing, the name you need to know is D.R. Martineau.
Dan Martineau from D.R. Martineau Roofing. Storm season is approaching. Avoid complications with your insurance company. Sign up for our free pre-season and post-season roof assessment plan. Just Google DRM Roofing.
License number CCC 1326954.
For professional roofing, the name you need to know is D.R. Martineau.
Dr. Shane Walker here at Thrive Chiropractic and host of the Wellness Hour on 92.5 Fox News for nearly 20 years. And let's face it, many of us are really stressed right now, and that is creating an increase in the number of folks who are dealing with neck pain, headaches, tension across the upper mid-back, anxiety and nervousness. And if you haven't experienced the release of tension that a chiropractic adjustment can produce within your nervous system, go to thrivenaples.com. That's Thrive, Thrive, Naples.com for a special offer. That's thrivenaples.com.
The right place for local talk. Drew now. Trey for the Drive at 5. 92.5 Fox News. Right. All along.
239-479-5592, the talk and text line, streaming live, drewsteele.com. The website, Steele has 3 E's. You can go there to watch at Drew Steele Radio on both Facebook and YouTube, and you can go subscribe to the podcast. We appreciate that as well at drewsteele.com. All right, so it wasn't too long ago that the President of the United States was sitting down with ABC's George Stephanopoulos, and what did he say about Cuomo? He said, what was
if the investigation confirms the claims of the women, should he resign?
Yes, I think he probably end up being prosecuted, too.
Yeah, it should be prosecuted, too. All right, so that wasn't too long ago. What does Andrew Cuomo now say about this? The independent investigators finding him guilty. Well, not guilty, but they discovered in this investigation. They can't do anything yet because they said they're not going to do anymore. They just put it out there, state and federal issues with regard to sexual harassment charges, and they fined him that he did violate these state and federal laws. And what does the governor say? It's everybody else's fault. It's a
Also, remember where we are.
Yeah.
Today, we are living in a superheated, if not toxic, political environment. That shouldn't be lost on anyone.
Nope, it should not be lost on anyone. It's you. It's not me. I'm the victim, and it's super hyper partisan and political, right? I mean, hey, where's Donald Trump? Can we blame him? Where's that guy? Remember that? Yeah. Okay. So that's where we are. We'll see. We'll see what happens. You've got the Democrats in New York State that are like, yeah, we're not really on board. You got Schumer and Pelosi and Biden. It's like, yeah, the guy's got to resign. We'll see.
This is Daybreak. 92.5 Fox News.
It's Kaylee Kobe with your Kobe Cooling Tip of the Day. We hear the term family business all the time, but what does that really mean? Well, at Kobe Cooling, it means that over half of our team members are related and our family. My mom and dad, Mimi and Pop, and my uncles, and my aunts. There's family everywhere. Oh yeah, folks, it's like a family reunion every day. When we say family business, we really mean it. So call Kobe Cooling at 239-482-1542. Again, at 239-482-1542. And support our local family business. When you think of air conditioning companies, we hope you'll think of Kobe Cooling. No nonsense, no pressure. We're the company your neighbors use. License CACO 57313. Kobe, the most trusted name in the business since 1949.
Well, is the little pill working yet?
Men, these days could be a thing of the past. Hello, this is Dr. Lou Spangler at Neogenics. Recent advances in non-surgical treatment for erectile dysfunction, combining high-frequency shockwave therapy with the P-shot, which utilizes platelet-rich plasma, can help restore your virility. These treatments help restore blood flow to the penis and rejuvenate penile tissues, resulting in longer, stronger, firmer, more satisfying erections. Both treatments are simple, in-office procedures, and there is no pain and no downtime. You can resume all normal activities immediately after treatment, including sexual activity. Men, you don't have to suffer anymore. If you have erectile dysfunction or simply want to improve your sexual function, call Neogenics at 239-277-9999 for a free consultation. That's Neogenics at 277-9999. Again, 277-9999.
Every athlete ready to compete this summer is a miracle of decades of sweat, practice, and reimagining what's possible. At Closet Factory, we applaud all of them, because even though we'll never fly through the air doing handsprings or glide in the 100-meter butterfly, our team of designers, fabricators, and installers have spent decades pushing our focus discipline so that our customers can live as smoothly, gracefully, and powerfully as possible. So join Closet Factory in our appreciation of the summer spirit and in saying, let's go USA.
I'm Lois Tomey from Wink. As Wink continues the fight to feed hungry families, we also focus on our culinary community. It's our yearly celebration, Wink Taste of the Town. Good food for a good cause. This year, dozens of local restaurants will fill Centennial Park November 6th and 7th. Tempting treats, tasty tipples, live music, and family fun. Will your restaurant be part of this tasteful tradition? Sign up at tasteofthetown.net. Wink feeds families of all kinds. Wink Taste of the Town. It's all in good taste.
Fox News. I'm Chris Foster. President Biden joins other top Democrats saying New York Governor Andrew Cuomo should resign over allegations of sexual harassment and misconduct.
I'm sure there are some embraces that were totally innocent, but apparently the Attorney General decided there were things that weren't.
Governor Cuomo says again,
I never touched anyone inappropriately or made inappropriate sexual advances.
Democrats controlling New York State Assembly are moving toward impeachment. More time for millions behind on the rent.
The Centers for Disease Control is reinstating an eviction moratorium in areas with substantial or high spread of COVID-19 until October 3rd, days after a previous nationwide eviction freeze expired. The Biden administration did not extend that earlier moratorium, citing a Supreme Court judgment, and President Biden concedes the new order may also be challenged.
Fox's Jared Halpern. America's listening to Fox News.
Wink News traffic.
Good Wednesday morning. Keeping an eye on a crash at the intersection of Summerlin Road and Gladiolus Drive, causing some slight slowdowns at the intersection near the overpass. So just watch out for some delays. Otherwise, clear through the rest of the area of Lee County. Heading through Collier, not seeing any crashes to report just yet. We have a disabled vehicle in Lehigh Acres along State Road 82 and Green Meadow Road. So watch out for some activity as deputies are working on getting that removed. We also have wet conditions up across Charlotte County toward Burnt Store Road especially and near the coast. Just to the west of US 41, and some slick spots on 75 if you're heading through Northport this morning from some early morning rain we've seen so far. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Happy Wednesday, Southwest Florida. Get ready for yet another wet and stormy day today. More scattered thunderstorms, some of which could be on the stronger side, producing some locally heavier rain, perhaps some locally gustier winds as these move in from the Gulf of Mexico. And with the mostly cloudy sky, we should be even a little bit cooler than average today, with most of us only set to top off in the upper 80s. Still feeling humid, though, as we continue with that chance for some showers, even into the overnight time frame. Few areas of isolated rain will be possible as we kick off your Thursday morning, with temperatures in the middle 70s. For tomorrow, expect more scattered thunderstorms, perhaps not quite as wet as what we'll have today, and we keep with a slightly drier pattern through your Friday. However, do expect additional spotty storms with highs pushing to 93 by Friday afternoon. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Need some inspiration? Don't look left. Look right. Here. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
All right, guys, who's excited about getting home today and finding out that your AC is now broken and it is 90 degrees outside?
Not me.
Matt and Justin here with Island Air with some great news for all of Southwest Florida. When the time comes to replace your old, outdated air conditioning system, you don't have to pull from any of your fund money to do so.
Many of our customers have had to sacrifice their vacation because of replacement of their air conditioning systems.
Now, for a limited time, we are including a vacation voucher with the purchase of your new home air conditioning system, redeemable for cruises and luxury condos in many countries around the world.
Please take the opportunity to let Island Air take you to the islands or many other places around the world.
Rather than stressing about whether or not your air conditioning system is going to make it, call us today to find out more details on how to claim your voucher. Call 239-466-8668.
Call 466-8668 for more details.
License number CAC 057544.
Get an extra $3,000 cash for your old car. Thursday through Sunday, only at Sutherland Nissan Fort Myers and Sutherland Nissan Cape Coral. It's the Get Paid to Trade event. Bring in any year, make, or model vehicle and get top dollar for your trade-in. Plus, get paid an extra $3,000 cash on top of that. No matter how old your current vehicle is, you'll get top dollar for your trade, plus an extra $3,000 cash. Drive away in a nicer, newer car, plus more money in your pocket. It's a deal so great it could only be at Sutherland Nissan. But hurry, the Get Paid to Trade event absolutely ends this Sunday. Shop our huge selection of new Nissans and quality certified used vehicles. Then get paid $3,000 cash after you trade. Only at Florida's #1 Nissan dealer, Sutherland Nissan Fort Myers and Sutherland Nissan Cape Coral. Your used car mega store. Online at flnissan.com. And remember, if you don't shop Sutherland, you'll pay too much.
See dealer for details.
Hey, we've got my friend Dave Meister on the phone, of course, with the Floor Meisters, the family-owned Floor Meisters in Naples. And Dave, listen, I know you got a lot of things going on. You're selling a lot of cord tech. That's great, but you got this 8,000 square foot showroom with a selection of carpet that is absolutely unbelievable as well. And the prices right now are pretty amazing. So I hear you got this whole thing going on with Dreamweaver carpets.
Well, we have the Dreamweaver Select, which is this is $3.99 carpet pad and labor, but this has a lifetime warranty for pet stains, abrasive wear, and even for steps, a stair warranty. Nobody's ever had that before.
Listen, if you haven't been to the Floor Meisters, you really owe it to yourself to visit their store, 6281 Naples Boulevard, right next to Costco. Whether it's tile, laminate, hardwood, or, of course, carpet, they've got it all. So give them a call today, 239-596-4964, or on the web at floormeisters.com.
You'd think an Army veteran with a military career, including multiple combat deployments throughout the Middle East, would be a great American. And you'd be right. But Joe Vanderbosch also happens to be a great dentist. An Army veteran of 8 years, Dr. Joe now makes his home in Southwest Florida, where his wife Sarah grew up.
Hi, I'm Dr. Joseph Vanderbosch, Freedom Dental on Metro Parkway in Fort Myers. In the Army, I received extra training in order to provide dental care in virtually any condition. That's why I can manage many dental treatments without the need to refer to a specialist. I served my country proudly for 8 years. Now I want to serve you and your dental needs. Special discounts for former and active military without dental insurance.
Dr. Vanderbosch provides emergency care and is now accepting new patients for cleaning, extractions, crowns, implants, and more. Find them online at freedomdentalfortmyers.com. That's freedomdentalfortmyers.com. Dr. Joseph Vanderbosch. Go to freedomdentalfortmyers.com.
People sometimes may wonder why they need a big law firm after their injury. Imagine you're on your way to work and then bam, your whole life changes. You're injured and now you have to fight for justice. Your opponent is not the driver of the car that hit you. It's their insurance company. When you're fighting to get what you deserve, it's go big or go home. When it comes to law, size matters. We're America's largest injury law firm, Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Getting older has its advantages. Early bird dinners, senior discounts, day drinking. If you're one of the millions turning 65 soon, it might be time to take a look at your insurance options. Original Medicare, Medicare Advantage, so much to keep in mind. At Millennium Physician Group, half our patients are 65 plus. No matter what insurance benefits you choose, make sure your Millennium primary care doctor is part of your plan and your connection to a healthier life. Millennium Physician Group. Connect today. 844-CALL-MPG. MillenniumPhysician.com.
Hey, it's Drew Steele, and get ready because it's time once again. This Friday, Oaks Farm Seed to Table. We do our first Friday live broadcast, and we love being out there and love seeing you there for the show, 6 to 9 a.m. They open up an hour earlier so that you can come in and enjoy some great breakfast and so much more. Maybe do some shopping while you're there as well. And you know how awesome Seed to Table is and what a great place it is to shop. We hope to see you there. Oaks Farm Seed to Table, our first Friday broadcast, 6 to 9 a.m. at the corner of Immokalee and Livingston Road in Naples. Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News.
Have you heard them yet? Clay Travis and Buck Sexton, today at noon, right after Glenn Beck. 92.5 Fox News. Right, all along.
Now, back to Daybreak with Drew Steele.
Governor Cuomo out there day after day after day. Everything Trump isn't. Honest, direct, brave.
Real leadership of the kind the President of the United States should have provided.
Governor Cuomo is clearly living in a totally different reality, the actual one, than the President of the United States.
Governor Cuomo has become a national leader.
For a lot of people, Andrew Cuomo has become the leader of the Democratic Party.
He is conveying incredible strength.
It wasn't too long ago. Jake's laughing. It wasn't too long ago. I could go on thanks to media research and news posters for this.
You spoke to National Guard troops today in a stirring speech that, if I wasn't listening carefully, I thought you were sending soldiers off to war.
This is the media fawning all over the governor of the state of New York, Andrew Cuomo.
This has been a remarkable show of leadership by Governor Cuomo in recent days.
Yeah.
He's providing hope, but not false hope.
Yeah, okay. Attorney General Letitia James there in New York, an independent and thorough probe she commissioned in March showed Cuomo had engaged in unwanted groping, kissing, hugging, making inappropriate comments. Pretty ugly there. And said, hey, listen, I'm just going to take a break from bothering the former president of the United States, Donald Trump. And let's start to focus on the current governor there because, you know, maybe Letitia James wants to be the governor of the state of New York. You know, there's always something, everybody. It doesn't just happen in a vacuum. No, not with Democrats. Not that anything's going to happen necessarily to the governor in New York. Look. Pelosi, Schumer, Biden, they're all going to do the right thing, and they're all going to say, oh, he should resign, he's got to go. And then we'll see where everything lands, because they really, really, really want to have a Democrat look bad unless there's somebody who possibly could come in his place that might be, maybe a little more radical. Has anybody thought about that? I'm going to get to that idea in just a second. So there you go. Early in 2020, the governor is the greatest thing since sliced bread. And boy, I'll tell you what, when you think of the greatest sliced bread, you're thinking challah bread. But I digress. So look, they loved him until they didn't love him, and they'll continue to cover for him. How weird and creepy is is Andrew Cuomo. Do you really want to hear this? I don't know, Jake. I'll leave it up to Jake. Jake the millennial. Go ahead, Jake. Do you want to hear a little bit of creepy Cuomo from a phone conversation with?
Is it appropriate?
Well, it's fine. I wouldn't play anything that's not appropriate. Charlotte Bennett, one of the people who's been screaming from the rooftops that Andrew Cuomo harassed her and has been talking about this for a long time, and then was dismissed by many in the media, and now feeling a little vindicated after all this, possibly. But the New York Attorney General posted an audio clip of the creepy Cuomo. And seriously, do you want to hear this? This is legit.
Yeah, we might as well.
All right. So if you're wondering how creepy it is, this is just part of the creep. This is an actual phone call that the New York Attorney General released.
Hello.
Hi, Governor.
Yeah.
This is Charlotte.
Okay. Are you ready?
I am ready.
You don't know that song.
No,
Before your time.
it's before my time, but I appreciated the singing.
Do you love me? Do you really love me? Do you love me? Do you care?
I'll have to listen now.
Yep. It's like the 50s. It's before even my time.
Oh, there you go. Now I have less of an excuse.
You ready?
Yes.
Okay, a little creepy. So singing "Do You Love Me"? All right. Well, what's a big deal? He's being playful. It's just having fun. It went a little further than that, but it just gives you a little idea of the creep. And listen, the New York Attorney General put that out. It's part of, it's embedded in the report, in the footnote in the report of some of the things. And I can't repeat some of the other things. I'd rather not. So it's pretty ugly and shady stuff from the governor of New York. But we'll see again. And I mean, ask the president of the United States what he thinks.
And the answer is, I don't fully know. We've been leaving it to the governors. Thank God the governors have been moving. Your governor of New York's done one hell of a job. I think he's sort of the gold standard.
Sorry, that was talking about the vid and what he's doing there in the state of New York, and he's the gold standard. I don't know. You might ask some parents of some family members in nursing homes if he was the gold standard. But all right, so quickly, here you go. Being asked about it yesterday.
Start with the news of the day. Given back in March, you said that if the investigation confirms the allegations against Governor Cuomo, then he should resign. So will you now call on him to resign, given the investigator said the 11 women were credible?
I stand by that statement.
Are you now calling on him to resign?
Yes.
And if he doesn't resign, do you believe he should be impeached and removed from office?
Let's take one thing at a time here. I think he should resign. I understand that the state legislature may decide to impeach. I don't know that for a fact. I've not read all that data.
And he's using a photo of you embracing him in his self-defense to say that these are commonplace kind of embraces that he made and the allegations against him. Do you condone that?
Well, let's just stop for a second. I want you to get this last part. So Cuomo talk about slick and shady. So he's using pictures of Joe Biden and how they kind of touch and hang out and, rub elbows and get a little close as part of the, hey, no, this isn't harassment, that this is buddy stuff. This is the touchy-feely thing that we do because, Democrats are touchy-feely. That's what we do. Smelling hair, all that kind of stuff. So what about that being asked of the president? Your pictures being used with the two of them, buddy, and saying, no, it's not harassment. That's not what this is. We all get close. We all sexual harass because that's what we do. It's not that kind of thing. It's a getting close kind of stuff. And so the president says,
look, I'm not going to fly spec this. I'm sure there are some embraces that were totally innocent.
Tara Reid.
But apparently the Attorney General decided there were things that weren't.
Tara Reid. Tara Reid. Sorry, there was something in my Tara Reid. Yeah, I'm not really sure you want to approach the President of the United States when there is some questions about some of the things that he's done. No, Trump. It's Trump. It's Trump. Donald Trump. That's where we got to go. That's where all trails lead to. Look, nothing's going to... I don't think anything's going to happen to Governor Cuomo. I think they're going to let this thing ride. They're going to let the news cycle die down. They're going to try to make it so that nothing to see here, move along, and they'll make it about somebody or something else. It's like, sure, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, he should resign. He should. This is horrible stuff. Wasn't there a governor and wasn't there somebody at blackface and how did they? Oh, they're still. Yeah, well, yeah, that guy should. You know what? 239-479-5592. We'll see. All right, coming up, a lot more to talk about. Look, we've got some big issues here in Southwest Florida. Lee County commissioners yesterday voted to sue the feds over planned Lake O water releases. They are prepared to bring legal action against the Army Corps. How would you feel if I told you that the Army Corps is ready to make a decision on Lake O releases that would give us not the same amount of water, but twice as much water coming to Southwest Florida than we've had in the past, because the East Coast is going to get zero because that's what they want, and then everything else will head south. Does that sound fair? Now, nobody would be signing on board with twice as much water coming out of the lake to Southwest Florida, knowing full well that twice as much water means the possibility of even more blue-green algae and issues in our estuaries. Nobody would sign off on that if you lived here locally, right? Well, what if I told you maybe some of the people that you've been told to trust that are protecting you and protecting Southwest Florida, and are getting paid handsomely to protect Southwest Florida waterways, maybe really aren't who they say they are? And maybe there's more to this story. And what if a management plan that sent us double the amount of water was signed off on by environmental groups that we were told were here and created to protect Southwest Florida waterways, only to find out that they are not, that they care about money more than our waters? Is that possible? All right. Well, Brendan Leslie's coming up with an update from Florida's Conservative Voice. And I don't think you want to go anywhere coming up in the 7 o'clock hour, starting at 7:05, because this is one of the biggest stories here in Southwest Florida. And I am screaming and yelling that if this is true, that if everything he's saying is true, and so far you'll hear for yourself, if this is happening and the concerns of the Lee County commissioners is right, then you're being duped. And media outlets want nothing to do with this. Talking to you, news press, talking to you, Naples News, where are you? Why are you protecting these individuals if this is true? We'll talk about that coming up. It's a big deal. So get ready for that in just a few minutes. All right, 239-479-5592. Text the letters CRT to the phone number 239-479-5592. It's a very, very important day next week. Next Tuesday, I can't stress this enough. This is about the community coming together and showing school board members and showing academia and showing administrators and some teachers that are out there. And listen, I understand that there are some teachers who don't like critical race theory being taught in schools, and they don't like the idea of it, and and they want it to stop, but they also fear for their jobs. And the fact is if they stand up and say something that they're concerned about losing those jobs, no, that would never happen, right? Now, that's not true. How dare you suggest something like that? Oh, I don't know. Are there places that suggest that if you get vaccinated, you're allowed to work here, but if you don't get vaccinated, you're not? Have you heard about those places? Yeah, that's because they exist. Please text the letters CRT to 239-479-5592. Tuesday, August 10th, 7:30. Kids first. Education, not indoctrination. This is our opportunity to stand up and let Southwest Florida know that we are not going away. 5 locations for rallies around Southwest Florida. We need it to be big. You've shown up at school board meetings and the like. And 7:30 a.m. need you to be out there. You'll find out a location near you. We'll be checking in with the locations throughout the morning on the show to see how things are going. And I'm just telling you, you've been there for school board meetings. This is the kind of thing you have to be for as well, and be there and show support. Tell your community, your groups, your organizations to be there. And then, of course, there's a lot more coming up on the other side. But a big rallies, multiple locations around Southwest Florida. Kids first, education, not indoctrination. Enough of critical race theory. We've had enough, and we are watching you. First day of school next week. Oh, yeah, we got our eyes on you. So please text the letter CRT now to 239-479-5592. Stay break 92.5 Fox News, right all along.
This is 92.5 Fox News.
When it's hot, the last thing you want is your home's AC to quit on you. At 1 Hour Air Conditioning and Heating, our team of comfort specialists take the frustration out of the equation. From simple repairs to more complex fixes, we'll get you cool and comfortable quickly. Call 855-1-HOUR for $50 off your repair, or visit onehourair.com and keep your cool. Beer.
Always on time, or you don't pay time.
Terms and conditions may apply. Independently owned and operated, licensed in their respective state or county.
Hi, I'm Kyle Lee with Lee Auto Group. We want your car, truck, van, or SUV today. We are paying top dollar for clean vehicles. Before you sell or trade, call Lee Auto Group to get the most money for your car. Lee Auto Group, lee-cars.com. Don't forget the dash.
Lee Auto Group is looking for quality pre-owned vehicles. Let them make your buying or selling experience easy and safe. Contact Lee Auto Group at 239-288-7374 or visit lee-cars.com.
Don't forget the dash.
Wealth Management and host of the Resney Wealth Report and TV show on the weekends. Investors come to my TV and radio shows to learn and to get educated so they can make better decisions about their retirement and their portfolio. What's your risk management strategy? Are you willing to subject your portfolio to another massive decline in a set it and forget it strategy, or are you looking for a difference? Listen to my show Sunday mornings, 10 to noon on 92.5 Fox News Radio.
Why would someone take a chance on purchasing a frameless shower door from a big box store or an online discounter of an obscure brand, and then try and find a licensed, qualified installer to put it in, when you can deal directly with a local, family-owned business that consults, measures, manufactures, and installs their own award-winning brand of shower doors? My Shower Door is a family-owned and operated business and has the highest ratings on Angie's List and Home Advisor. Want to see more? Go to myshowerdoor.com.
Get an extra $3,000 cash for your old car. Thursday through Sunday, only at Sutherland Nissan Fort Myers and Sutherland Nissan Cape Coral. It's the Get Paid to Trade event. Bring in any year, make, or model vehicle and get top dollar for your trade-in. Plus, get paid an extra $3,000 cash on top of that. No matter how old your current vehicle is, you'll get top dollar for your trade, plus an extra $3,000 cash. Drive away in a nicer, newer car, plus more money in your pocket. It's a deal so great it could only be at Sutherland Nissan. But hurry, the Get Paid to Trade event absolutely ends this Sunday. Shop our huge selection of new Nissans and quality certified used vehicles. Then get paid $3,000 cash after you trade. Only at Florida's #1 Nissan dealer, Sutherland Nissan Fort Myers and Sutherland Nissan Cape Coral. Your used car mega store. Online at flnissan.com. And remember, if you don't shop Sutherland, you'll pay too much.
See dealer for details.
The right place for local talk. Drew now. Trey for the drive at 5. 92.5 Fox News. Right. All along.
Listen, I could take the time right now to go through all the losses at the Olympics. I got to tell you, I'm not even paying attention because I never really loved the Olympic sport anyway, but that's okay. I mean, I'm not going to go through the very woke hammer thrower Gwen Berry, who goes down in humiliating defeat, 10th out of 11 people. And she was the one that said, oh, if I win gold, I'm going to be on that podium. And I'm going to, okay, whatever. I'm not going to go through the women's soccer team that the best that they could do is bronze, not being able to get the gold or silver because, you know, you go woke or go broke, one or the other. I'm not going to go through all of those individuals, and there's been plenty of people who seem to want to represent the United States, but don't. But they just want to play sports. Let's talk about the good people, the must-hears, the joy and history all in one moment as gold medalist Tamira Mensah-Stock. Remember that name, Tamira Mensah-Stock celebrates her win. The first black woman to win in wrestling there in the Olympics. And there she says...
Of course I surprised myself. It's by the grace of God I'm able to even move my feet. Like, I just leave it in his hands. And I pray that all the practice, that the hell that my freaking coaches put me through pays off. And every single time it does. And I get better and better. And it's so weird that there is no cap to the limit that I can do. And I'm excited to see what I have next.
Last question for you. That American flag around your shoulders looks pretty good. How does that feel to represent your country like this?
It feels amazing. I love representing the U.S. I freaking love living there. I love it. And I'm so happy I get to represent USA. Love it.
Well said. Congratulations. Enjoy that gold, and we'll see you out there on the podium, okay?
Thank you. I'll try not to cry, but no promise.
Yes. Yes. Let's celebrate Tamira Mensah-Stock. Yes.
This is Daybreak. 92.5 Fox News.
Manufactured in the USA, Plantation Shutters for You is the best choice for plantation shutters. Custom measured and installed just for you. Built to last forever. They will not be undersold. Start with a free consultation. PlantationShuttersForYou.com. And God bless everyone.
When your celebration of life is prepaid in advance, it becomes a gift from you to your family later. Because no one should have to plan for a loss while they're experiencing one. Paying in advance protects your loved ones and gives you the peace of mind you deserve. Let us help you plan every detail with professionalism and compassion. We're Hodges Funeral Home at Naples Memorial Gardens. Find us at dignitymemorial.com.
I'm Mark Anajar from the law offices of Anajar and Levine. Unfortunately, many drivers in Florida do not carry liability insurance or have limits of insurance that are insufficient to cover your injuries. Uninsured motorist is valuable coverage that you can purchase to protect you in those instances. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733 for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
Office in Fort Myers Legals.
This is Renee.
Happy to be here.
She's not some influencer. She's more of a groundbreaker, turning her 4-acre lot into a little slice of heaven behind the wheel of a John Deere 1 Series tractor. Renee runs with us because the most important job is the next one.
That's all I got.
Nothing runs like a Deere. Get a 1 Series tractor for just $99 per month at your John Deere dealer today. For additional cost information, please call toll-free 855-633-2315.
92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
$106,000 new COVID cases. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. It's above 100K for a second day in a row in the U.S. That hasn't happened in 6 months. Hospitalizations and deaths have also risen.
It's moving like wildfire through the unvaccinated community. And it's heartbreaking, particularly because it's preventable.
President Biden urging a third of Americans 12 and older not vaccinated to get a shot. The president also told Republican governors blocking new mask regulations to get out of the way. And there's a showdown over that in Texas.
Houston city workers are being told they must resume wearing masks while on the job, but the requirement could contradict Governor Greg Abbott's most recent executive order banning such mandates.
Fox's Tom Rigotti. A federal judge has blocked Texas from allowing state troopers to stop vehicles suspected of carrying illegal immigrants to try to prevent COVID spread. Americans in danger of being evicted get another break from the government. Fox's Rachel Sutherland explains live.
Dave, millions of renters have more time now that the Centers for Disease Control has issued a new moratorium on evictions through October 3rd. President Biden says there's also federal money available for renters and landlords.
For the express purpose of providing for back rent and rent the people who are in the middle of this crisis.
The ban would halt evictions in counties with substantial and high levels of virus transmission and is a reversal for the administration, which pointed to a recent ruling from the Supreme Court that said a moratorium could only be extended by an act of Congress. Dave?
Rachel, New York Governor Andrew Cuomo is resisting pressure to resign from the president and many fellow Democrats after the state attorney general's investigation found Cuomo sexually harassed 11 women. Republican Mike Lawler tells Fox,
"We are going to be left as a body, as the assembly, with the solemn duty to impeach him."
But the governor insists,
"I never touched anyone inappropriately or made inappropriate sexual advances."
America's listening to Fox News.
This is 92.5 WFSX Estero, Fox News, right all along. On the radio, on your smart speaker, and online at rightallalong.net.
This update is presented by Lee Auto Group. Find your perfect vehicle at lee-cars.com.
Wink News, traffic.
Good morning. Dealing with a crash right now in South Fort Myers at Gladiolus Drive and Summerlin Road with slowdowns at the intersection. FHP saying there are injuries and there's a little bit of roadblock at the intersection because of it. May want to take Cypress Lake Drive just to avoid some trouble out there. We also have a disabled vehicle in Lehigh at State Road 82 and Green Meadow Road on the other side of the road from near the intersection of Sunshine Boulevard and 82. So just watch out for some slowdowns nearby. Looking good along 75 and 41. No major problems on either one of our highways. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Happy Wednesday, Southwest Florida. Get ready for yet another wet and stormy day today. More scattered thunderstorms, some of which could be on the stronger side, producing some locally heavier rain, perhaps some locally gustier winds as these move in from the Gulf of Mexico. And with the mostly cloudy sky, we should be even a little bit cooler than average today, with most of us only set to top off in the upper 80s. Still feeling humid, though, as we continue with that chance for some showers, even into the overnight time frame. Few areas of isolated rain will be possible as we kick off your Thursday morning, with temperatures in the middle 70s. For tomorrow, expect more scattered thunderstorms, perhaps not quite as wet as what we'll have today, and we keep with a slightly drier pattern through your Friday. However, do expect additional spotty storms with highs pushing to 93 by Friday afternoon. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
It's all right here at 92.5 Fox News. We've been right all along.
Hi, I'm Kyle Lee with Lee Auto Group. We want your car, truck, van, or SUV today. We are paying top dollar for clean vehicles. Before you sell or trade, call Lee Auto Group to get the most money for your car. Lee Auto Group, lee-cars.com. Don't forget the dash.
Lee Auto Group is looking for quality pre-owned vehicles. Let them make your buying or selling experience easy and safe. Contact Lee Auto Group at 239-288-7374 or visit lee-cars.com.
Don't forget the dash.
Ty Lassiter here with Key City Capital. And we're super excited to be growing roots right here in Southwest Florida and are looking forward to being a part of this community for years to come. So why are we Key City Capital here in Southwest Florida? Well, at KCAP, our mission is to connect capital to wealth for all our clients and partners through passive real estate and alternative investments. Very simply, we generate and distribute double-digit returns for our investors by investing in single-family homes and apartments and unique alternative cash-flowing asset-backed investments.
If you're looking for significant returns from real estate and alternative investments without any risk of loss to your principal and without all the work of collecting rent or worrying about stock market volatility, call us today at 239-330-2080. That's 239-330-2080. 239-330-2080. Or check us out online today at kcap925.com. That's kcap925.com.
True relief for back and neck pain.
Back or neck pain is not just unpleasant, it can be debilitating, preventing you from performing your daily routine and even confining you to bed. In decades past, patients suffering from spinal issues were often just given pain medication, spinal injections, and when they did not heal, often underwent spinal surgery. Luckily, there is now another option, non-surgical spinal decompression. At Johnson Spinal Care 596 Back, we use an advanced technology to apply a completely safe unloading force to relieve nerve compression associated with bulging herniated discs, sciatica, stenosis, scoliosis, neuropathy. This award-winning approach, safe for any age, has gained international praise from physicians for its success. Complete pain relief is achievable. Johnson Spinal Care is here to serve you. Call our Medicare-friendly office today for an immediate, no-charge telephone consultation. 596-BACK. 596-BACK. That's 596-2225.
Island Air wants to send you to the islands.
Island Air is going to send you to the islands. Island Air wants to send you to the islands.
Island Air wants to send you to the islands.
Island Air is going to send you to the islands.
Island Air wants to send you to the islands.
Island Air is going to send you to the islands. You want to go to the islands? Call Island Air. Island Air wants to send you to the island.
Island Air wants to send you to the islands.
Island Air is going to send you to the islands. Matt here from Island Air of Southwest Florida with some great news. Do you want to go on a cruise or luxury condo vacation? Well, now you can. Replace your AC today, go on a cruise tomorrow. Island Air wants to send you to the island. Call us today to find out more details on how to claim your voucher for a limited time. Call 239-466-8668.
Call 466-8668 for more details.
License number CAC 057544.
Is foot pain making your life miserable? The Good Feet store specializes in foot pain relief. Call 552-FEET or visit us at the Good Feet store in Naples or our newest location in Fort Myers. Or stop in for a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida. Drew Steele.
Good morning, Southwest Florida. Glad you're here. 239-479-5592, the talk and text line. Streaming live, drewsteele.com. That's the website, Steele S3Es. You can watch right there. You can go to Facebook or YouTube at Drew Steele Radio. Both have this streaming live as we speak. Please subscribe to the podcast. Go to drewsteele.com. There's a link there so you can listen to the show anytime you like. Coming up, yes, there's a lot to talk about. Andrew Cuomo, New York governor. All right, he's slimy and he's a dog. And we'll see whether or not Democrats are going to do anything about this. It seems, look, it's a Democrat. Something's going on here. Letitia James, the attorney general in New York, saying, yeah, we've got all the evidence that we need to show that, he's as dirty as you've imagined. And our long-awaited report on the sexual harassment allegations against the governor, it was pretty damning. We'll see what happens. Yes, the New York City mayor, de Blasio, has an edict, proof of vaccination before you can live a good and full, healthy life. Here's the thing. You care because if Andrew Gillum were the governor of the state of Florida, and we were this close to it, my fingers are thinly spread apart, you better believe it that he would be looking to New York and California to be making decisions in this state. And we're not always going to have a Republican governor. DeSantis is not going to be the governor for the end of time. And we're not always going to have a conservative. We're not always going to have a Republican. So you got to look out at this for these stories. And we're going to talk about that coming up. But before we do, we will also bring up critical race theory and how you can fight back here in Southwest Florida. Please, please, please text the letter CRT to 239-479-5592 so you can get the 5 locations across Southwest Florida where we will be doing rallies, the Kids First rallies, Kids First Educate, Not Indoctrinate. Next Tuesday, August 10th, 7:30 a.m., 5 locations. There's one near you. We've got to get together and we've got to be unified in this. To let teachers know on the first day of school, let parents know, well, not parents, because there's a lot of parents that are going to be joining us, but administrators and school board members, to let them know that we are watching you. We're not going away. You're not going to indoctrinate our kids. More on that coming up. All right, Brendan Leslie's joining us right now. This is certainly one of the biggest stories that we have here in Southwest Florida. It's an important story, and we need to keep an eye on this, and it has to do with our water quality here in Southwest Florida. You care about it? Well, you're going to care about what we have to talk about coming up. Florida Conservative Voice, flconservativevoice.com is the website. Brendan Leslie joining us this morning on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. Good morning, sir.
How are we doing?
All right. Well, we're doing all right. So what we're going to dig into is pretty important stuff. Everybody needs to understand what's happening here. This is a big deal. Last night, Wink News did a story. They were talking about the fact that Lee County is very, very concerned, and commissioners are concerned. They're talking about suing the feds over the planned LACO releases. Just a little bit of that interview.
And this has got to stop.
Lee County Commission Chairman Kevin Ruane made it clear he's frustrated with the Army Corps of Engineers and its management of water flows from Lake Okeechobee. He blasted the Army Corps' new plan that, if finalized, would send more water to the Caloosahatchee River during the wet season, possibly fueling more algae outbreaks.
To have a change like this for the next 10 years, there's not a scientist around that would say this is fair or equitable.
All right, so let's do this. Brendan Leslie, Florida Conservative Voice. .com, the flconservativevoice.com, the website. Please explain to everybody before we move on with this what they're talking about. What's the concern about what the Army Corps wants to do?
Yeah, so basically the Army Corps of Engineers is coming up with a new plan that will control how much water and in what direction the water goes from Lake Okeechobee over the next 10 years. And basically the plan doesn't send any water to the East Coast, meaning all that extra water is going to come to the West Coast, meaning way more water discharges than we've ever had in the past. And a lot of critics have told me that this could be a repeat of 2018 over and over and over again every single summer. This plan is called Alternate CC. It's the Lake Okeechobee System Operating Manual, LOSUM, and it's not looking good. It's been advocated for by the local environmentalists, Captain for Clean Water, and basically every single politician in Southwest Florida that you can think of is opposing this because, quite frankly, it might destroy Southwest Florida entirely if it goes through as is. And like you mentioned before, this is a big story. This story is not being talked about enough. Hats off to Wink for covering it. I haven't been seeing much from any other media outlet, and it's really, really unfortunate that they're not, because this is the number one story by far in our hometown.
Yeah. Now, just so everybody understands, you've got Brian Mast on the other coast, somebody who is a congressman who has been pushing for something in the St. Lucie River on the East Coast, which is zero. They don't want any water coming their way. Now, we talked to Brian Hammond last week, and he was mentioning the fact that a little salinity is okay, but the idea that they want to have zero, listen, that may be their choice, but it means that the water that goes south it's not like if they get none, all the excess goes south. It doesn't. The idea is that and this is the CC plan, everybody, so understand. Brian Mast, East Coast, those politicians over there, they want no water coming their way. We want to lessen the water coming our way. We would like for them to take some. We would take a little bit, and then you would have that rest of the southern flow going. And that is something that is understandable. Although, remember, the Herbert Hoover Dike has been firmed up enough to suggest that we shouldn't be pushing too much water either way. We shouldn't have to, because that was the point about shoring up the dike. Now, all of a sudden, the dike shored up, and we have this issue. But understand, the East Coast doesn't want any. That is the big issue here. So we're talking about possibly doubling the amount of flow coming our way if this CC decision comes through. Talking about devastating, not good for the estuaries. You talk about blue-green algae popping up, and I'm going to get to that in just a second because the politics play into this as well with that. And I mentioned this last week, and I'm going to mention this again. Now, let's get to the heart of why I have you on this morning. Well, you're on every Wednesday, but the idea is that this story here, Brendan, is the one I want to hear more about. We have a group here in Southwest Florida, an environmentalist group that many, many people back because they've been led to believe that they're the ones that have been leading the charge to keep our Southwest Florida, here in Southwest Florida, your water and my water, our water safe when it comes to these discharges, that this is their number one charge and priority to keep us safe. But now I've got questions. You have questions. According to this article, tell me more.
Yeah, so Captains for Clean Water were the leading cheerleaders to get this plan to go through. They lobbied for it. They pushed Everglades, or not the Everglades, excuse me, the Army Corps of Engineers to put this plan in place, and they did. And it's to the wishes of Brian Mast. It's to the wishes of their overlords. That's what they tell them to do. But like you said, we can't send them water south. There's no more room. We send as much as we can. So that means it's coming over to the West Coast. So Brian Mast and Captains for Clean Water are just the captains of, I'm going to use a word that the left loves, disinformation. That's what they do. They mislead the public. They say, oh, we can just send it south. But that's completely false. We can't do that. So it's going to be sent to us. And we can't do that. The simplest way to put it, 50% of the Everglades have been taken out for development from Miami all the way up to Fort Lauderdale, all throughout south of the lake. So you got to send 50% less water, or you're going to flood everyone out. You just can't send all the water south. It's a lie. So interesting. I said that, I reported that last week. And then what happens? Chris Whitman in that news story.
All right. Well, let me mention this, Chris Whitman. Now, hold on a second. So, because here's what he said. This is Chris Whitman, Captains for Clean Water. This is what he said in the Wink News report last night. Listen.
Reducing the amount of harmful discharges to our coast during the wet season is really critical because we're not only dealing with discharges from Lake Okeechobee, but also local basin runoff.
Captain Chris Whitman with Captains for Clean Water agrees the management plan the Army Corps is considering could be better, but he's confident the Army Corps will settle on one that distributes the water fairly.
Is increased flows south to Florida Bay, reduced flows to the Caloosahatchee and St. Lucie, especially during the harmful wet months.
Okay, so either he's lying when he's
completely lying.
Okay, because here's the thing. So he's saying what everybody in Southwest Florida wants to hear. Yep. So the question becomes, are their words being backed up by deeds? Like what plan do you have evidence to show that they support a particular plan? And if you do, which one is it?
Yep. So he's lying right off the bat. He's saying, let's send the water south, but we can't. And it's funny how he's saying that he has faith that the Army Corps of Engineers will fix this plan. Why are you even supporting this plan in the first place? Who says they're going to fix it? There's no law out there that says that they're going to change anything. So it's ridiculous that he's saying that. And basically what's happening that I uncovered recently is that he and his group have accepted hundreds of thousands of dollars from the Everglades Foundation since 2016. And they were quoted in the news press. The CEO of Everglades Foundation was quoted in news press saying, we pay these groups and then they have to agree to weekly meetings for our marching orders, essentially.
Yeah, but what is that? But hold on a second, Brandon. But what does that even mean? What's the problem with the Everglades Foundation?
I will definitely tell you, Drew. The Everglades Foundation is founded by liberal billionaire Paul Tudor Jones. And Paul Tudor Jones is the captain of the disinformation web that we see happening. So they are basically, their goal is to attack U.S. sugar and the farmers south of the lake. So they always want to say, send the water south, restore the natural flowways. Well, then you come to realize that you can't actually do that due to infrastructure reasons. And then they say sugar is in the way. And Captains for Clean Water are paid for by these groups to say those same talking points and push those same talking points. But when everyone gets their way, meaning the captain of the disinformation tangled web that we're battling here, all that extra water comes our way. But Captains for Clean Water are misleading the public and thinking that they are fighting U.S. sugar when there's really nothing to fight them on, because they're not in the way any more than Miami or Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach, any other city in South Florida is.
So then your suggestion, Brendan Leslie, flconservativevoice.com, Florida Conservative Voice. You can go to the website and read more about this story. Then your suggestion is, because you're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars that have been given to the organization through Everglades Foundation, that pretty much on one hand, they're telling you one story, but on the other hand, they're doing quite the opposite. In other words, backing a plan that's going to send more water to Southwest Florida while not sending any to the East Coast. They're backing that plan behind the scenes, but not letting us know that that's the case. And is clearly by the funding that's being given to them is your suggestion that is showing that that's what they're doing. And an organization that we're told is supposed to be supporting Southwest Florida waterways is currently doing quite the opposite.
Yeah, and it's not even behind the scenes. They openly promoted this alternate plan CC for months and just misled the public in it. And now we're at this point where we're going to get screwed over. And pretty much they're just going to back whatever talking points the Everglades Foundation says to back because they're paying their bills and they like their lavish lifestyles that they're having. It's a lot better than being a fishing captain, I can tell you that much. So they're going to do what they're told because of these big paychecks. And I've presented all this evidence. I've presented the IRS 990 forms. I've presented the quotes that the CEO of Everglades Foundation says, and the captains just don't deny it at all. And it's unfortunate because they're basically just selling out our waterways for a big check.
So we're talking about left-wing environmentalists that have made it clear. Listen, here, this is me personally, this has always been part of my problem here.
No, get into it because I completely agree. I know where you're going with this.
We're funding this state with your tax dollars, are funding environmentalist groups under the guise of we're here to support and make sure that our waterways are clean, investigating blue-green algae, keeping an eye on what's going on along the coast. We're giving all of these colleges and these organizations and the universities and these environmental groups like the Everglades Foundation, they're able to access all of this taxpayer-funded money from the state just to use it to turn around. They're left-leaning organizations. They're not going to be on the side of Republicans or Trump supporters or conservatives. They're just not, because everybody has this belief that somehow if you're a conservative, then you just want to pour oil all over the country. You want to just destroy the environment. You don't care about it whatsoever. You're willing to do whatever it takes to destroy the water quality in Southwest Florida, and you laugh and you chuckle as you sit there with your martini or whatever and think it's the most hysterical thing in the world, which of course is a joke, that you can be a conservative and care about the environment, but environmentalists by default are leftists. And that seems to be the case. And I hate the idea that we are tax funding organizations that we don't get an accounting. We don't get to find out what the money is being used for. We don't get to find out whether these organizations are funding individuals or personally, whether or not they even back the governor of the state of Florida. They got theirs. They're good to go. And it's not going anywhere. And the minute you give something to somebody, ultimately, you're going to have to go kicking and screaming to take it back when you start to see that they're not for you and you've given them so much. I'm sorry. That's my pedestal. No, I'm getting down.
You're completely on it. And critics of myself will always point out, well, look, Captains for Clean Water is standing right next to Governor DeSantis. They're not left leaning. Idiots. They're literally they're going to use that. They're going to use that platform to their advantage. That's called playing a political game. The second that election comes up, don't be so sure that they're going to have his back. Let's look into the future. If this plan goes through as is, the first time we're going to feel the brunt of those discharges is next summer. Drew, what happens right after the next summer?
Listen, of course, don't you see the political side to this? Yeah. I have been concerned, and I've talked to Brendan often on the air, and I've talked to other people, Lee County commissioners often on the air, and I've said this, and I will say it once again. This stinks of politics, because if the Army Corps does this and we get double the discharge, you know that we're going to get all kinds of blue-green algae here in Southwest Florida. And when you're talking about ground zero of what is Republicans, Trump supporters, conservatives in the state of Florida, it's Southwest Florida. And man, wouldn't it stink if just in time for a midterm, just in time for some elections locally, wouldn't it really stink if there was an outbreak, a really bad outbreak of blue-green algae, and then people can turn to the commissioners and others and say, you did this. It's your fault. You said you were going to stop this. You need to go. Wouldn't that be convenient? Yeah. I'm just putting that out there. Sorry, this gets me fired.
They're going to use it against Governor DeSantis. I guarantee it. And I just want to make one more important connection about this whole story.
Yeah, and then unfortunately, we've got to go.
You got the liberal billionaire who's funding these groups, and then you got the VP of NBC2 sits on the board of Captains for Clean Water, and guess what news station has done all the positive press for the Army Corps' plan and Captain for Clean Water's efforts. You guess it.
Yeah.
NBC2.
Yeah. All right.
Just things to keep an eye out for and pay attention. There's more to it. You gotta dig deep.
There's a reason why Lee County Commissioners is suing. There's a reason why Kevin Ruane cares. There's a reason why they all care, because they see the writing on the wall. They know what's going on. And this is an awful plan. If this goes through, this is bad. And then you look at the people who are backing it, and then the people who are patting it on the back and giving them money and support. You need to just, as the kids say, check yourself before you wreck yourself. But I don't know if the kids say that. That's a Brendan Leslie thing or a Jake the Millennial thing.
I'll start saying it now.
Oh, yeah, no, you won't. All right, Brendan Leslie, FLConservativeVoice.com, Florida's conservative voice. Listen, I appreciate you. We'll keep an eye on this.
It.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
239-479-5592. It's Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News, right all along.
92.5 Fox News. The news you need. The host you trust. Getting it right all day and all night. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Searching everywhere for great prices on appliances? No, you're not, because you have better things to do. Besides, Good Deals has it for less, and they have plenty of items in stock despite shortages everywhere else. Remember, Good Deals guarantees the lowest price on everything they sell. Find a lower price anywhere, and Jay will beat it, guaranteed. Visit one of the showrooms in Fort Myers, Naples, and Cape Coral, or shop online at GoodDealsAppliances.com.
Good Deals Appliances. Have we got a deal for you?
I've been asked, did you plan on becoming the largest injury law firm in the world? And the answer is no. We set out to be focused on our clients and to have a commitment to trying cases and winning. And when you have those results at trial, you're able to settle most of your cases quickly and fairly. Hard work and client satisfaction was our plan. It worked. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Rock Solid wants you to be our customer at Rock Solid Countertops and More. $9.99 gets it done. Through Labor Day, get a full set of kitchen countertops from $9.99 installed. Rock Solid guarantees to beat any competitor's prices, including installation. So come see Hugo and his team at 2240 JNC Boulevard in Naples, or visit rocksolidnaples.com. Rock Solid, where $9.99 gets it done.
Hey, it's Drew Steele, and get ready because it's time once again. This Friday, Oaks Farm Seed to Table. We do our first Friday live broadcast, and we love being out there and love seeing you there for the show, 6 to 9 a.m. They open up an hour earlier so that you can come in and enjoy some great breakfast and so much more. Maybe do some shopping while you're there as well. And you know how awesome Seed to Table is and what a great place it is to shop. We hope to see you there. Oaks Farm Seed to Table, our first Friday broadcast, 6 to 9 a.m. at the corner of Immokalee and Livingston Road in Naples. Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News. Hey, so Amco of Bonita Springs is now hiring. That's right. If you're an experienced automotive technician interested in working at a great repair shop who is also an amazing local conservative business, and Kevin and Todd want to talk to you. So one of their techs is moving away in a couple of weeks, so they have a full-time position to fill. And you've heard me talk about Amco Bonita Springs for many years now. And I can tell you they have a great local reputation for doing good work. And they also have an awesome customer base. It's been established over the past 13 years. So give them a call at 239-992-2626 so you can arrange to meet with them. That's 239-992-2626. Let them know you heard about it right here on 92.5 Fox News and Drew Steele. And they'll be sure to have you work on Jake's car the next time he breaks something. Amco of Bonita Springs is the best. So why not give them a call? 992-2626. That's 239-992-2626. They are the best. Amco of Bonita Springs.
We believe in better. A better way to invest, a better way to serve you, and a better result. We can help you determine how much risk you're taking, red flags that could be potential problems for you, how much you're paying in fees or commissions, potential tax liability, or even how to address Social Security.
Tune in to WealthWorks Radio with Eric Carney every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. on 92.5 Fox News Radio.
Stop. Don't purchase any diamonds, jewelry, or engagement rings until you come to Duncan's Diamonds. We are not your typical jewelry store. Here are a few reasons. Family owned. Stuart Duncan and his family have been involved in the wholesale diamond business for nearly a century. No middleman. We are direct diamond importers, offering prices 30 to 40% lower than the rest, passing all those savings to you. No pressure. We are not paid on commission. We are here to help you even if you do not purchase from us and to make sure you are happy. The largest selection of diamonds and jewelry, access to millions of jewelry styles, and that is up to 30 times what you find in an ordinary jewelry store. Free services like clean and check whether you purchased from us or not. Don't take our word from a radio ad. Visit Duncan's Diamonds. We will prove we will not be undersold anywhere, anytime, by anybody. Duncan's Diamonds.
US 41, Gulf Coast Town Center, and Naples at Mercado.
Ever purchased an online item and either it doesn't fit, has missing parts, or became damaged? Trying to save a few bucks can end up costing more. My Shower Door is a locally owned and operated family business that measures, manufactures, and installs our own brand of frameless shower doors right here in Southwest Florida. And we were just named Lee County's Manufacturer of the Year. With almost 80,000 shower doors installed, we have the experience and expertise. Plus, estimates are always free. Want to see more? Go to myshowerdoor.com.
This break is sponsored by Cornerstone Builders. Give us the opportunity to wow you.
Wink News, traffic.
Good morning. Dealing with roadblock on 2 northbound lanes and a turn lane of Summerlin Road approaching Gladiolus Drive because of a crash at the intersection. So watch out for some slowdowns in that area. You may just want to head up Winkler Road northbound to avoid the problems out there, or southbound as well, just to get around that crash scene itself. Looking good along State Road 82. No problems up and down I-75. Should be a pretty quiet drive if you're heading on 41 as well so far this morning. Rest of Lee County roads are going to be very wet across parts of Collier County. We do have a disabled vehicle also reported at Leonard Boulevard and Lee Boulevard in Lehigh Acres. And if you're heading through Fort Myers, we have a disabled vehicle at Captain Channing Page Drive and Fowler Street. That's on a northbound turn lane on Fowler, so watch out for some slowdowns there. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Happy Wednesday, Southwest Florida. Get ready for yet another wet and stormy day today. More scattered thunderstorms, some of which could be on the stronger side, producing some locally heavier rain, perhaps some locally gustier winds as these move in from the Gulf of Mexico. And with a mostly cloudy sky, we should be even a little bit cooler than average today, with most of us only set to top off in the upper 80s. Still feeling humid, though, as we continue with that chance for some showers, even into the overnight time frame. Few areas of isolated rain will be possible as we kick off your Thursday morning, with temperatures in the middle 70s. For tomorrow, expect more scattered thunderstorms, perhaps not quite as wet as what we'll have today, and we keep with a slightly drier pattern through your Friday. However, do expect additional spotty storms with highs pushing to 93 by Friday afternoon. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
No matter where you want to listen, you'll be all set when you stream 92.5 Fox News live at rightallalong.net.
For wow, go for Cornerstone. I'm Harvey Massey. Think about this for a moment. Pest control involves applying pesticides inside your home, whether needed or not. At Massey Services, we just don't do that. We prevent pests from getting inside your home, so we won't have to control them later. Why settle for pest control when you can trust Massey's Pest Prevention? It's guaranteed or your money back. Massey Services. Expect more and get it.
Hurricane season is here, and there's a lot we need to do to prepare our homes. It's important not to forget about electrical safety. From generators to surge protectors, Mr. Sparky is here for you before, during, and after the storm to provide the best in electrical care. Give us a call today.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Independently owned and operated. Licensed in their respective state or county.
Jason and Todd believe in value. They're direct diamond importers and hand select each diamond directly from the cutters. By cutting out the middlemen, the Diamond District offers the best quality diamonds at the lowest prices, and they pass that savings on to you.
At the Diamond District,
I'm Lois Tomey from Wink. As Wink continues the fight to feed hungry families, we also focus on our culinary community. It's our yearly celebration, Wink Taste of the Town. Good food for a good cause. This year, dozens of local restaurants will fill Centennial Park November 6th and 7th. Tempting treats, tasty tipples, live music, and family fun. Will your restaurant be part of this tasteful tradition? Sign up at tasteofthetown.net. Wink feeds families of all kinds. Wink Taste of the Town. It's all in good taste.
Hey, this is Papa with a story from a lady that had a roof inspection from another company. This other company sent a so-called adjuster, and as he walked around her home, he had a big wad of chewing tobacco stuck in his jaw. This lady said the guy made her a little nervous, and when he finished in less than 2 minutes, he said, "Lady, you need a new roof." Spatooey. And he unloaded a big wad of chewing tobacco on her front lawn. Spatooey. Oh, well, we don't chew, and it takes us a lot longer than 2 minutes to give you a proper roof inspection. If we do find needed repairs, we promise not to unload on your front lawn. Let me show you how we can clean and seal your tile roof, your pavers, and your pool deck. If you have needed repairs, we'll do our best to make it affordable. On behalf of my sons, Casey, Carrie, and Cody, we make a solemn pledge to never unload on your front lawn. Remember, we clean it, seal it, and make your tile roof, pavers, and pool deck look new and beautiful. Call me, Papa, at 945-2700. That's 945-2700. Remember, area code 239-945-2700.
License number CCC 1326213.
Have lunch with Clay and Buck at noon, right after Glenn Beck at 9. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
All right, 239-479-5592, the talk and text line, streaming live at drewsteele.com, the website. Steele has 3 E's. We do appreciate you watching the program at Drew Steele Radio on both Facebook and YouTube. And if you want to subscribe to the podcast, you can go to drewsteele.com as well. Are you serious? All right, ladies and gentlemen, look at this. It's the President of the United States. Good morning, President Joe Biden.
Hey, Stufo Peel, man. Good to be on with you. My prayers go out to your family that lost your dad, Ron, man.
No, it's Drew Steele, sir. It's not Ron Popeil.
It's not what my notes say, man. Oh, hey, how about those Olympics, huh?
Yeah.
Those swimmers are incredible. Especially a Florida swimmer of yours, Marco Polo, man, incredible athlete. Reminds me of my days working at the pool in Delaware.
Yeah, okay, with the hairy legs. Yeah, no, I think that's what, Caleb Dressel, the 5 gold medalists there.
Boy, that's amazing.
Yeah, that's. Why don't we just get down to business, okay? So the COVID Delta variant, you've got new restrictions, mask wearing, mandatory vaccinations. We're going to expect more freedoms being taken away in the future. What's going on here?
Hey, look, Daryl. Just by asking that question, I don't think I like the tone of your okie dokie, Jack. Here's the deal.
Yeah.
I think people are just upset they gained so much COVID weight they can't fit into last year's mask. That's not the end of the world, man.
Yeah.
Just get a bigger mask. Get a bigger one.
Okay, all right. Listen, with all due respect, sir, masks not fitting, I'm not sure that's really the issue we're dealing with here.
For some people they are. My fat, tubble-large sister-in-law, God love her, she outgrew her mask, but then she found a way to make it the bigger one more efficient. Yeah. No, look, she puts food in it now like how a horse straps a meal to its face. Good for her.
All right.
That's American ingenuity right there, man.
Yeah, American ingenuity, sure. All right. By the way, President Biden, you're being a little harsh on federal workers with this mandatory full vaccination mandate. I mean, come on now.
Oh, absolutely not, man. I need every government employee to understand that, look, if you just go get your shots, everything's going to be fine. And if you don't, that's okay. Just because one of these days your Uncle Joe's just going to climb in your window at your office and stab you with a damn syringe, man. It's your choice. I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules. That's Dr. Fettuccine's department, man.
Dr. Fauci, right? Okay, I got it. Yeah. All right, Mr. President. Switching topics. Hold on. Your son Hunter. Can I ask about Hunter? A guest on a podcast recently, and they asked him what his response was to the people who criticize his artwork and who say the price of his paintings are overinflated, and he jokingly said, "Well, you mean other than?" And he used an expletive there. Any comment on the expletive?
You gotta love my son, my boy Hunter, man, don't you?
No.
I'm so proud of him. He's a gifted artist. You know, and some say he's the Picasso of his time. If Picasso was on crack,
Yeah.
I'll tell you, Hunter doesn't take crap from anybody, man, unless he's a little short on cash and his hooker gets mad at him and threatens to go out and tell her pimp in the parking lot.
Okay, I'm sorry. Listen, we gotta go. Well, hold on a second. Before we go, wait, what? Hold. All right, so.
Wait,
Jake,
what's going on,
man?
man?
Jake is telling me that we've got somebody on the other line. Hold on a second. Is this New York Governor Andrew Cuomo?
Well, it sure as heck ain't Pope Francis. What's going on, man?
Sir, would you hold on a second, President Biden? Would you care to comment, sir, on the sexual harassment accusations being leveled at you, Governor Cuomo?
Oh, please, don't even get me started with this crap, okay? They're saying about me. You have no friggin' idea what I got to deal with around here. These broads are parading around in Albany with their dresses and their skirts and their little outfits. And I'm Italian, so what am I supposed to do? I talk with my hands, so I'm screwed right from the get-go.
All right. You're really going to have to do better than that, Governor Cuomo.
Drew, please. These were just friendly hugs, friendly kisses.
Yeah.
I kiss everybody, even the barista at my Starbucks, Trevor. Look, all I was doing was engaging in playful banter that was misinterpreted as some sort of inappropriate flirtation. I simply said, hey, sweetheart, you got a set of mud flaps on you that could get a smile out of a Catholic priest.
All right. Are you done now, sir?
No, I'll close with this. In light of the new CDC data, going forward, I'm going to require proof of vaccination before I hug or kiss anybody else. That's the responsible thing to do.
Yeah.
Because safety's always been my number one priority.
I bet. You really can't be serious.
Safety is big with me, sweetheart. That's why I have a no-vax, no-tushy smacks policy.
Okay. Good. We've heard enough, Governor. Your lawyer probably needs to be talking. President Biden, listen, sorry for the interruption there, but thanks for the call there.
Boy, Stu, Cuomo sounds even creepier than me, man.
I'm not really sure that that's possible, but, it's a... there's the music.
Make sure you get vacillated. It's the only way to protect yourself from the Delta faucets, man.
I wish you could repeat that again because I'm not really sure that's... All right, get vacillated. Thank you.
The faucets, man.
I got it. The faucets. Okay, there he goes. It's the president of these United States, and a visit from the Governor Cuomo. 239-479-5592, the talk and text line. We stream live, drewsteele.com, the website. Listen, all right, let's get to some important issues. First of all, as you know, critical race theory, the concerns that we have and what's going on around Southwest Florida and across the country. MRC did an article just yesterday, and it's a pretty important article when it comes to the details that the media is trying to push and what some teachers around the country are saying. Now, look, not every teacher agrees with teaching critical race theory. We're not teaching critical race theory in the schools. Yes, you are, and I'll explain how that works in just a second. Because this rally that we're doing next Tuesday is vitally important that you show up for this rally. 5 different locations around Southwest Florida, and details coming up on how you can be there. But remember how the media has been lying about critical race theory. It's not happening with our kids. It's not happening in schools.
State after state, Fox News and Republicans, conservatives have whipped up a moral panic about so-called critical race theory.
This is just the latest outrage device over at Fox, is it not?
A bad faith effort by Republicans to make critical race theory a wedge issue.
By the way, critical race theory is enormously useful. It's a graduate level construct. It's not taught in K through 12.
And again, it is not being taught in grade schools.
No one is teaching critical race theory K through 12.
Just to be clear, can you just repeat? It is a law school What is critical race theory?
What is critical race theory? I suspect it's not as major an issue
as we've made it out to be in the media?
Yeah, that was the media for the past couple of weeks and months as people have been showing up to school board meetings and have been saying things like, listen, we're onto your game. We know what you're doing, and we don't want you teaching critical race theory. And the media is like, well, what is it? You don't even know what it is. Can you even define it? What's going on here? Well, Newsbusters, MRC, did a great job of combing, and it wasn't hard to find, going through TikTok and going through different Twitter accounts and finding teachers across the country saying things like this.
Racism is systematic. So it's impossible to be systematically racist to white people in an American society.
Teaching that systemic racism exists isn't in itself a racist practice. That is the first step toward healing, which this country desperately needs.
I am part of the equity and racial justice team at my school district and have been mentoring students of color who have been leading these changes in our district. They have implemented new curriculum that is unwhitewashed.
These children's quote-unquote history books are so problematic. When kids learn about the American Revolution, we learned about one black man on the front of the book and everybody else in here is white. Even though I'm a kindergarten teacher, I am very active in education reform.
In honor of the anniversary of George Floyd's death, let's have a hot take on education. Let's talk about how schools marginalize African American students.
There is going to be a right side of history and a wrong side of history. When you stay out of it, you're on the wrong side.
These are pretty radical ideas and ways of viewing education. And do you understand what critical race theory is now, again, and why it's so important to push back? Because when it comes to critical race theory, you're being told that there's no curriculum 101 that teaches it. But do you hear what they're saying? They are more than willing to teach your kindergarten kids, to teach kids the values that they have, the ideology that they have, that the country is racist, that white supremacy reigns, that anytime you're talking about the past, it's always about that systemic racism that is here. And if there's systemic racism in the system, that's the education system, it has to be torn down. Or we've got to figure out a way to teach math and science and language arts and you know, some of the arts and some of the English is going to have to be taken out because it was white people that were the ones that administered this and put this out there and were the writers, and we can't have that. And so we have to dismiss or diminish or take away or destroy these individuals. That's part of the system. Do you see how it works? It isn't a curriculum necessarily. Anytime you hear social justice, diversity, equity, and inclusion, all of these catchphrases, these are the things where we're tackling everybody. This is what it's about. This is why you've got to make sure your kids have an eye on this. When they hear these different things, when they hear that language coming out of a teacher's mouth, in teaching them math or science or anything else, that's got to stop, that has to be recognized and called out. That's why school board members who say, listen, you can't have a world-class school district unless you're teaching critical race. No, because what you're saying is it's a systemically racist system and it has to be torn down. And you heard all the language of all the different teachers there in that MRC piece talking about the ways that they want to teach their kids and the things that they're looking out for. And doesn't sound like they're doing straight up education. It sounds like indoctrination. And this is why that I am asking, and it's a big ask, that next Tuesday, first day of school, August 10th, 7:30 a.m., we're going to have our Kids First Education, Not Indoctrination rallies all across Southwest Florida. You can pick a location that is near you. Text the letters CRT to 239-479-5592. The location will send right to your phone. You'll get a kickback. So you'll have that there and you can share it with your friends and family and clubs and organizations. Many people have already. To please show up at one of the 5 locations, because showing up is letting everyone know that we're not going away. We understand what this is. We don't want you indoctrinating our kids. And look, it's the next step to legislation that I'm telling you, I'm pushing for it. Some way, shape, or form, I'm going to get somebody, a representative that's going to sign on with me and say, I want cameras in classrooms. I want microphones in classrooms. We want to keep an eye on what is happening in our public schools with public employees. Why can't we see what's going on? Why can't we hear what's happening? Why can't we know? with our taxpayer dollars that are being spent. Oh, these are the costs. It would be too much. There's no way we can store the information. There's privacy issues. Really? Believe me, all of that can be remedied. We can figure out ways around all of that. You're doing that and you're saying those things because you don't want it. Because why? Because you're fearful that maybe the way you are teaching is teaching critical race theory. Maybe you are trying to teach kids that they're systemically racist. It's just, listen, if you're white, you're racist, and there's no other way around it because your family, your forefathers, your skin color. Really? Is that what we're going to do now? And that's what's happening. And again, text the letter CRT to 239-479-5592. And please, one of the 5 locations around Southwest Florida, it is important that we show up en masse and let people know that we've got an eye on them. All right, it's Drew's College, political knowledge, 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD with caller number 5 right now at 239-479-5592. Caller number 5. You'll get to play Drew's College. That is coming up next on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, right all along with traffic. Here's Therese O'Shea.
Good morning. Heading out through that crash scene we've been watching at Gladiolus Drive and Summerlin Road. We now know 2 northbound lanes are blocked on Summerlin along with a turn lane. So that's all merging onto Gladiolus Drive off of northbound Summerlin. We also have a disabled vehicle blocking a northbound turn lane on Fowler Street right near Captain Channing Page Drive. So that's right near the entrance to Pagefield Airport if you're heading out in that area. Just a disabled vehicle, no actual crash there. Looking good across most of Collier County. The only crash I'm watching right now is going to be off of Davis Boulevard if you're heading through Radio Road. And it looks like also a disabled vehicle at Collier Boulevard in Golden Gate, so watch out for some activity right near the intersection of Vanderbilt Beach Road. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Get ready for another wet and stormy day today with more scattered thunderstorms in the forecast, some of which could be on the stronger side of things, producing some heavy rain and perhaps some locally gustier winds. A mostly cloudy sky along with the rain keeping temperatures down a bit today as we'll only be topping off in the upper 80s for most areas. Things wind down as we head into this evening. More scattered thunderstorms on tap for your Thursday, though we will be a little bit drier. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Have lunch with Clay and Buck at noon, right after Glenn Beck at 9. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Water everywhere. You can't swim in it. You can't stand drinking it. Heck, it's so bad it's on the news every day. Hi, I'm Rob Hill from Bob Hill Plumbing. We've invested over 66 years here in Naples, bringing you clean, drinkable water for your home or condo. We realize we can't fix the water problems everywhere, but we can definitely clean up the water inside your home. Our government does their best to deliver safe water for use. But wow, who wants chlorinated yellow water at every faucet? Let us install a Halo home filtration system and remove all the bad taste, color, and odor from your water. Halo removes 99% of all chlorine, ammonia, and all the bad tasting chemicals in our municipal water system. Call Bob Hill Plumbing today and let us install a Halo water system in your home so you can once again enjoy clean, bottle-quality water at every faucet. Bob Hill Plumbing. Let me be your plumbing guy.
To schedule service, call Bob Hill Plumbing at 262-6119 or bobhillplumbing.com.
Dial star 2020. Friends, I care.
Trey Radel, your host of The Drive. Do you know that our friends at Dr. Francis' office have a cosmetics center? Well, they want to introduce you to Dr. Christine Bachman. She's straight out of Beverly Hills, trained oculofacial and cosmetic surgeon, and she's on the France team now. So they want to give you a deal here. And you know what it's all about? Botox. Have I told you? I've totally gotten Botox. I have absolutely no qualms at all in telling you. It took away the angry, nasty look that I had with my furrowed brow before I would go on TV. You should go check it out. Now through August 31st, France Cosmetics Center offering $10 per unit Botox special. Listen, dudes, you can get this too. I've been doing it for years. Now through August 31st, France Cosmetics Center is offering $10 per unit Botox special. Call them now, 239-418-0999. Call the France Cosmetics Center. Check it out. Get Botox. Tell them Trey sent you.
Friends, I care.
Hi, I'm Kyle Lee with Lee Auto Group. We want your car, truck, van, or SUV today. We are paying top dollar for clean vehicles. Before you sell or trade, call Lee Auto Group to get the most money for your car. Lee Auto Group, lee-cars.com. Don't forget the dash.
Lee Auto Group is looking for quality pre-owned vehicles. Let them make your buying or selling experience easy and safe. Contact Lee Auto Group at 239-288-7374 or visit lee-cars.com.
Don't forget the dash.
Hello, I'm Dave Harmer, owner of First Class Air Conditioning. Since 1977, we've been pretty selective when it comes to hiring new people. We take special pride in the craftsmen we train and employ. If you're an experienced HVAC professional, consider joining us. With a 40-year track record, we're here for the long haul. Call today, 574-2500, and ask for Mr. Harmer. That's 574-2500.
First Class Air Conditioning. Our name says it all.
Drew's College of Political Knowledge is presented by France Eye Care. Better vision, better life.
Attention, class. It's time for Drew's College of Political Knowledge.
It's Drew's College.
All right, let's go to Michael. Michael's in Cape Coral. Hello there, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. It's Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you're in a PhD. Your associate's degree question starts right now. Michael, who is the person that vetoes bills? Who vetoes bills?
Joe Biden.
Yeah, that is correct.
Otherwise known as our first leader, the president.
Yeah, the president does. That is correct, sir. All right, you got an associate's degree. We'll see if you get a bachelor's degree on this question. How many in the Bush family have campaigned for the presidency? How many Bush family members have campaigned for the presidency?
I'm going to say 3.
3 is correct. I think you were trying to say 3. That is right. Yes. Jake is like, I had no idea. Do you want me to tell you who they were? You tell me. Yeah, tell Jake the 3 people.
That would be Jeb.
Yep.
That would be Junior, and that would be Senior.
There you go.
The Georgia.
Very good. All right, Jake. Now Jake is impressed. All right, you got a bachelor's. Let's see if you get a master's on this question. Who was Al Gore's running mate in 2000?
Joe Lieberman.
Yep, it was. Ooh. That is correct. All right, you got a master's. We'll see if you get a PhD on this very question. All right, let's see. Where is it? What stops one branch of government from becoming too powerful, Michael? One branch of government from becoming too powerful. What's that called?
MSNBC? No. Oh, God, what do they call it? Come on, Mike.
Come on, Mike. Come on, you can do it. Come on, get it out of there.
It's stuck in the back of my head.
Well, push it forward.
Checks and balances.
That's it. There you go. All right. Checks and balances or separations of power. Very good. Well, congratulations, Michael and Cape Coral. You've done a fantastic job and a great service to the community, and we appreciate you playing. Drew's College, 239-479-5592, the talk and text line. Streaming live, drewsteele.com if you want to watch anytime, and subscribe to the podcast over there at drewsteele.com is the link, so you can do that right now as we speak. All right, coming up more on our CRT rallies next week, and more on the hypocritical mass critics against our governor. We'll talk about that coming up.
Daybreak. 92.5 Fox News.
At 1 Hour Air Conditioning and Heating, our comfort specialist can handle any AC repair. Call 855-1-HOUR for $50 off your repair or visit onehourair.com.
Always on time or you don't pay time.
Terms and conditions may apply. Independently owned and operated, licensed in their respective state or county.
What's up, Southwest Florida? It's your friend Tyler McCluskey here, and I'm reminding you about our new show that airs every Saturday at 11 a.m. right here on 92.5 Fox News. Every week, I give you all the information you need to know about your health insurance needs. We also promote local real estate, entertainment, and have a guest host each week. Be sure to tune in live every Saturday at 11 a.m. or download our show on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. For more information or a health insurance quote, visit TylerMcCluskey.com.
Join us this Saturday at 11 a.m. for the Tyler McCluskey Show, right here on 92.5 Fox News.
Is foot pain making your life miserable? The Good Feet Store specializes in foot pain relief. Call 552-FEET or visit us at the Good Feet Store in Naples or our newest location in Fort Myers. Or stop in for a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet Store.
So if I were to tell you that you can get factory direct pricing right now on your whole home water system from Pentair Water Solutions, you would run to the phone, I'm sure, because there's a big difference here when it comes comes to the cost and the quality and everything that I love about Pentair water systems. You can get your free digital Pentair water test right now by calling 239-880-7799. Start there. Max will come over, a uniformed Pentair water specialist. They will find and handle the toughest water issues you have. You think they're too tough? Listen, chlorine, ugly limescale, iron, even lead, no problem. With the mobile showroom, you'll see both the high-performance salt systems and salt-free solutions, too. So the Pentair salt-free solution means no lugging in bags of salt and no timers, no hassles for you, right? Plus, now through July 30th, you can take $199 off installation of your whole home water system. So call. Get your free digital Pentair water test now, 239-880-7799, or book online at pelicanwestfl.com. And, don't forget, get that free digital Pentair water test now.
Grandpa Joe doesn't want voter ID, but Uncle Sam says we have to do a station ID. 92.5 WFSX Estero, Fox News. Right all along.
Wink News, traffic.
Good morning. Heading out through that crash scene we've been watching at Gladiolus Drive and Summerlin Road. We now know 2 northbound lanes are blocked on Summerlin along with a turn lane. So that's all merging onto Gladiolus Drive off of northbound Summerlin. We also have a disabled vehicle blocking a northbound turn lane on Fowler Street right near Captain Channing Page Drive. So that's right near the entrance to Pagefield Airport if you're heading out in that area. Just a disabled vehicle, no actual crash there. Looking good across most of Collier County. The only crash I'm watching right now is going to be off of Davis Boulevard if you're heading through Radio Road. And it looks like also a disabled vehicle at Collier Boulevard in Golden Gate, so watch out for some activity right near the intersection of Vanderbilt Beach Road. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Happy Wednesday, Southwest Florida. Get ready for yet another wet and stormy day today. More scattered thunderstorms, some of which could be on the stronger side, producing some locally heavier rain, perhaps some locally gustier winds as these move in from the Gulf of Mexico. And with a mostly cloudy sky, we should be even a little bit cooler than average today, with most of us only set to top off in the upper 80s. Still feeling humid, though, as we continue with that chance for some showers, even into the overnight time frame. Few areas of isolated rain will be possible as we kick off your Thursday morning, with temperatures in the middle 70s. For tomorrow, expect more scattered thunderstorms, perhaps not quite as wet as what we'll have today, and we keep with a slightly drier pattern through your Friday. However, do expect additional spotty storms with highs pushing to 93 by Friday afternoon. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Hi, this is Earl Ron, president of New South Window, and we would like to manufacture and install your windows. Only New South offers true factory direct windows to you. Only New South has award-winning windows that are made and designed specifically for our Florida weather. Every single New South window is custom manufactured just for your home. These are high-performance, energy-efficient windows, and now you can buy 2 windows and get the third absolutely free. Visit us at newsouthwindow.com or call for your factory direct pricing.
Call now, 1-800-NEW-WINDOWS.
I wasn't able to sleep in my own bed. Because of my wife's struggles with CPAP, I had to move out to the couch, out to the recliner, out to my son's bunk bed. That is, until she started using Inspire, a sleep apnea treatment that works inside her body with just the click of a remote.
Get back to sleeping in your own bed with Inspire. No mask, no hose, just sleep. To learn more, visit InspireSleep.com. Inspire, sleep apnea innovation. Inspire is not for everyone. Talk to your doctor to see if it's right for you and review important safety information at InspireSleep.com.
By now, you've heard all of our ads. America's largest injury law firm. But what does that really mean for our clients? For you, it means that when you hire us, you don't just get a lawyer, you get a legal army, almost 800 lawyers alone. Your case is a big deal to us. When it comes to law, size matters. We're America's largest injury law firm, Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Hey, this is Papa, reporting that a lady recently complained that she did not like my commercial about the guy spitting chewing tobacco. She said that sound made her sick. I asked her what she thought about my commercial of Bart the donkey, and she went... Either way, a special thanks to over 4,000 wonderful people who did respond to Papa's wacky commercials and making this past year our biggest, most profitable year in over 30 years. On behalf of my sons, Casey, Carrie, and Cody, we invite you to call Papa for our free tile roof inspection. If we find needed repairs, we'll do our best to make it affordable. Let us show you how we can clean and seal your tile roof, pavers, and pool decks the eco-friendly way, and it's cleaner, safer, and lasts longer. We promise to keep the donkey off your roof. Call me, Papa, for our free tile roof inspection. 945-2700. That's 945-2700. Remember, area code 239-945-2700. We're open 24/7.
License number CCC 1326213.
At Johnson Spinal Care 596 Back, I strive to offer the highest level of care for those suffering with back and neck problems. With unparalleled service and our award-winning non-surgical spinal decompression approach, thousands of people have chosen us to treat their back or neck problems. If you are seeking lasting relief that is proven effective without needles or surgery, then call today to see if you may be a candidate. This completely safe treatment can be effective for many conditions, including sciatica, ruptured or herniated discs, facet syndrome, compressed nerves, arthritis, and spinal stenosis. Additionally, people who had failed back surgery in the past often find incredible relief from spinal decompression. At Johnson Spinal Care, all our treatments are drug-free and non-surgical. We use new and comprehensive approaches that provide lasting relief. Johnson Spinal Care is here to serve you. Call our Medicare-friendly office today for an immediate, no-charge telephone consultation. 596-BACK. 596-BACK. That's 596-2225.
Hi, Stuart Duncan here from Duncan's Diamonds. Now through the end of August, we're offering 60-month financing, so you can pick out any item, get the guaranteed best value and the best price, and spread your payments over 60 months.
Yes, it's a great month to come to Duncan's Diamonds. You will find the largest selection of diamonds and jewelry, access to thousands of jewelry styles. You will find 5 times the selection you would find in an ordinary jewelry store. Maybe you need a shop for Christmas early gift. Do not wait until the last minute. Or maybe you're getting engaged in the fall or upgrading her diamond.
Whatever the reason, we got you covered with the best selection and best prices. Take advantage of our incredible summer finance offer, 60-month payments. Indulge without breaking the bank. Come, celebrate your love with us and have a little more sparkle in your life.
Best price guarantee, low monthly payment, and a spectacular gift from Duncan's Diamonds. It is worth the drive to Duncan's Diamonds. Naples at Mercado, Gulf Coast Town Center, and Fort Myers on US 41.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida. Drew Steve.
Well, good morning, Southwest Florida. Glad you're here. 239-479-5592. The talk and text line streaming live. DrewSteele.com is the website. Steele has 3 E's. If you want to watch, subscribe to the podcast. There's a link there as well. Also at Drew Steele Radio on Facebook and on YouTube. All right. Earlier we had Brendan Leslie on, Florida Conservative Voice, who was talking about the concerns that he had about the CC plan that is being discussed, that is going to send more water to Southwest Florida. It's an awful plan. It doesn't help us at all. It certainly is one that's going to help the East Coast in a lot of ways. And he brought up his concerns. Chris Whitman is joining us right now. He's with Captains for Clean Water, and I would like to talk to him. And I'm glad that he took the opportunity to give us a call right now so that we can go over some of this and kind of get his thoughts on it. Good morning, Chris.
Hey, good morning, Drew. How are you?
Good. Listen, let's get right to it because there are many people here in town that have questions about what's going on with this CC plan. I mean, you know that Brian Mast and the East Coast doesn't want any water. You know that all the water can't be sent south, and we're going to have very little here in Southwest Florida. You know that that means that we're going to have a lot of water coming this way, too much water. Why is it that you believe that the CC plan, in the way it's being described, is a good starting point and a good place to go if it means bringing more water here to Southwest Florida?
Well, so first of all, we've never said that we need to send all the water south or that we can send all the water south. As far as the CC plan as a starting point, not only did we come to that consensus, but the Water Management District that the governor has appointed the board of came to the same consensus, as well as Congressman Byron Donalds.
Okay, well, all right, so hold on. Well, wait a minute. Hold on. This is important, though. Are you suggesting, what do you, because it sounds to me like everybody needs to get together on this and agree that sending more water here and sending zero water to the East Coast is not a starting point.
No, Drew. Hold on. Let me finish my statement.
Sure, go ahead.
We sent a letter along with Congressman Byron Donalds and the city of Sanibel and numerous other environmental organizations to the Army Corps of Engineers that said of the 5 plans that were proposed as starting points, CEC was the best starting point. It is not the plan. It is not the final plan. The governor's appointed water management district has taken the CC plan and already optimized it as the Army Corps is getting ready to do. They came up with SR 3.5 from that optimization, from CC being the starting point. SR 3.5 and CC Plus send 3 to 4 times the amount of water south to the Everglades than they are currently sending, and reduce the discharges drastically to the east and west coast. That is where we are pushing to be. That's where we have pushed to be from the beginning, and we've been very clear with that. Brendan Leslie, who you just had on earlier and called me a liar, is a liar. He is a paid mouthpiece for the sugar industry, and he is spreading misinformation.
Chris, with all due respect, I don't want to get into the whole argument about big sugar and all of that. There's no reason to do that. What we need to know is Chris, you're losing focus. Chris, you're losing focus. The focus here needs to be on how much water is being sent to Southwest Florida. I understand that Byron Donalds is not for the CC plan. He's for a BB plan. It's something completely different. He's opposing the CC.
Byron Donalds is not for BB.
Well, then I will find out. Then we'll find out. Then the best thing to do, Chris, is to find out, right?
Clean water.
Chris, but to explain.
Hey.
No, Chris, listen. You got to listen. This is something that I need to know for sure. Do you agree that Brian Mast and the East Coast should get zero amount of water sent their way? Yes or no?
Listen to me.
No, I'm asking a simple yes or no. No. Chris, answer my question. Chris, do you agree that Brian Mast on the East Coast wants zero water sent to the St. Lucie River? They want zero. Do you agree with that or not?
I know. Yes, I do know that's what they want. That is probably.
But I'm asking you, do you agree with it? Yes or no?
Listen, Byron Donalds.
Chris, you're going. I don't care what Brian Donalds thinks. I care what you think, Chris. You see, you're changing the subject, Chris.
Captains for Clean Water saying that we support CC.
Chris, I'm asking. Chris, you are Captains for Clean Water. I'm asking you right now. This is simple. It's on the record. You can make this as clear as day to everybody. Do you agree with Brian Mast on the East Coast to send zero amount of water to the East Coast? Is that Captains for Clean Water stance, yes or no?
No, it is not. What we agree with is a modified version of CC to get us closer to SR 3.5, which will drastically reduce the discharges to the St. Lucie, to the East Coast, as well as the Caloosahatchee, and it'll send up to 4 times the amount of water south. We agree with that. Congressman Donalds agreed with it, and he signed the same letter that we did that went to the Army Corps of Engineers.
Okay, so then I'll ask you.
Liars on your show.
No, I'm not
perpetuate misinformation.
Okay, so Chris, I'm asking you this simple question though. Okay, so you said no. So you do not agree with Brian Mast and the East Coast sending zero water to them. Then let me ask you this: Would you agree? What do you just said you do? You agree that with me that it is impossible and outrageous that Brian Mast and the East Coast would consider zero water sent their way.
I didn't say that it's outrageous. That's what they want. What I'm saying is, under the current form, without a completion of Everglades restoration, that it's not physically possible to balance all the way across. We understand that. The East Coast stakeholders understand that. Yes, that's what they want. And none of us are going to get exactly what we want in order to achieve equitable balance and reduce damages across the board. That's what we're pushing for. Laws cannot solve our problems altogether, but it can drastically reduce the amount of damage and harm that we are receiving, and that's what we're pushing for. We've continued to push for that. The governor understands that. He has sent a letter to the Corps stating that. Congressman Donalds has stated that. The city of Sanibel has stated that. Captains for Clean Water is directly in line with all of them. We were with the governor yesterday. The governor invited us. He also invited Eric Eichenberg, CEO of Everglades Foundation, to speak yesterday on his behalf. And he is he's being used here as a tool to say, you guys are saying that he's mouthpiece for liberal billionaires. Eric Eichenberg, CEO of Everglades Foundation, has been a registered Republican his entire adult life. I'd encourage you to bring him on the show and get some real facts out there, because what you have right now is you're giving a mouthpiece to, somebody who just moved here a few months ago who is a paid mouthpiece for the sugar industry.
All right, gotcha. Listen, Chris, all I want, look, here's the bottom line, okay? Everybody here in Southwest Florida, we have argued this point over and over again. Supposedly, we all want the same thing. We don't want to have an issue with blue-green algae popping up the way it did in 2018 once again. We don't want to go through this. You don't want it, and I don't want it. The suggestion is, and people are concerned about this now, is the fact that we have an area of the state who doesn't want the water. You can't send everything south. The equitable thing to do would be, if the Army Corps has to release, and we're concerned about why the dike, if it's so secure, why they would have to have as much, and let's hope that's not the case. It would be more secure. We wouldn't have these issues. But ultimately, wouldn't the most prudent thing to do, wouldn't be the most fair thing to do, would be to not agree to something that would give them less and give us more? Wouldn't it make sense that equitably, that each area would have to get an equal amount based on how much is going to be sent south? There's only so much you can send south. It's just the way it is right now. We've talked about this before. It's going to take time for things to happen south and for things to change. I didn't want to get into this debate and argument into the future, knowing that there are things in the works that have been worked on and monies that have been given to environmental organizations through the governor, and the $600 million plus that is out there to study and to look into.
There's no money been given to
Chris,
any of our environmental organizations from the state, the governor, or the taxpayers.
All right, so Chris, I'm asking you the question. Isn't it fair to just say that look, the water moves south, and whatever is not going to be moving south needs to equitably be discharged to both the east and the west coast?
That is exactly what modified CC does. CC Plus and SR 3.5 are a modified version of CC Plan that do exactly that. They send the maximum amount of water south and share adversity across the system. They reduce the discharges to the East Coast. They drastically reduce the discharges to the West Coast, especially during the wet season when it's the most harmful, and it sends up to 4 times the amount of water south.
Okay.
That is what Captains for Clean Water has advocated for. We've done that alongside Congressman Donalds. We've done that alongside
I
the city of
understand.
Sanibel.
I just
and
want to
we
make
continue to do so.
Right. So I just
and Brendan Leslie,
and just
who
to
you
be
have on,
and Chris, just to be clear,
Chris, the sugar industry with intent
again with the big sugar, the whole sugar industry.
It's
just you got to stop with the sugar industry stuff. I mean, and the only reason why is because it's just. The back and forth when it comes to that and land issues and the like, we want to talk about what equitably we can do here. And that's where my discussion wants to lay right here in this moment right now. As I just want to be clear as we end this discussion, is that you absolutely do not want to support anything. And he's gone, and he just hung up. All right. Listen, I'm concerned that, and again, I'm concerned that when you're talking about a CC plan, when you've got a congressman on the East Coast that wants zero the amount of water, and there's only so much water that can go south, 4 times, 3 times, 10 times, 100 times, there's still going to be water that has to move either east or west. And when a congressman on the other coast says that he doesn't want any of it, and it's going to come over here, and I'm hearing news organizations supporting it. And then I ask for just a simple, absolutely no way do we want zero water going to the other coast, knowing that more water is coming this way. That should be a simple get. That's all I've ever asked for. I don't know why it gets so upsetting in the big sugar thing. And come on, all right. Everything's big. Big sugar, big this, big that, corporation, big pharma, big. Okay. Got it. 239-479-5592. Let's take a break. Stay break 92.5 Fox News, right all along. Grace has your traffic.
Good morning. Heading out through that crash scene we've been watching at Gladiolus Drive and Summerlin Road. We now know 2 northbound lanes are blocked on Summerlin along with a turn lane. So that's all merging onto Gladiolus Drive off of northbound Summerlin. We also have a disabled vehicle blocking a northbound turn lane on Fowler Street right near Captain Channing Page Drive. So that's right near the entrance to Page Field Airport if you're heading out in that area. Just a disabled vehicle, no actual crash there. Looking good across most of Collier County. The only crash I'm watching right now is going to be off of Davis Boulevard if you're heading through Radio Road. And it looks like also a disabled vehicle at Collier Boulevard in Golden Gate, so watch out for some activity right near the intersection of Vanderbilt Beach Road. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Get ready for another wet and stormy day today with more scattered thunderstorms in the forecast, some of which could be on the stronger side of things, producing some heavy rain and perhaps some locally gustier winds. A mostly cloudy sky along with the rain keeping temperatures down a bit today, as we'll only be topping off in the upper 80s for most areas. Things wind down as we head into this evening. More scattered thunderstorms on tap for your Thursday, though we will be a little bit drier. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
When listening to the radio in your car, remember to always drive on the right side of the road. Keep it here on 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
If you're moving, selling, or purchasing furniture and need help getting it home, there are a lot of moving companies to choose from. But wait, all moving companies are not created equal. Sure, if you're moving your college students' furniture, hiring young movers is fine. But if you're moving highly valued items, you need Rice's Moving and Transport. They meticulously pad wrap everything and secure your valuables and gently pack, transport, and set them up. Rice's Moving and Transport employs skilled professional movers who respect your belongings, not just young hunks who can lift heavy things. Moving is stressful enough. Don't stress about hiring the right moving company. Here's what Teresa in Naples said about Rice's Moving and Transport. I was so impressed when your moving crew came to my home. They politely introduced themselves by name. Seems small, but it made an impression. When you need help moving, trust Rice's Moving and Transport. Rice'sMoving.net, moving you into the future.
I'm Harvey Massey. At Massey Services, we know every lawn is unique and requires customized care. That's why our environmental approach includes aeration, which allows water and nutrients to reach the roots of your lawn, as well as an irrigation program which ensures proper coverage and reduces water waste. With Massey's Green Up program, you'll enjoy a healthy and a beautiful lawn year-round. That's Massey Services. Expect more and get it.
We believe in better. A better way to invest, a better way to serve you, and a better result. We can help you determine how much risk you're taking, red flags that could be potential problems for you, how much you're paying in fees or commissions, potential tax liability, or even how to address Social Security.
Tune in to WealthWorks Radio with Eric Carney every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. on 92.5 Fox News Radio.
Hi, this is Earl Ron, president of New South Window. New South is Florida's factory direct window company. We manufacture, install, and guarantee your windows for life. One company, one call. Our replacement windows are made to better enhance the energy efficiency of your home and stand up to Florida weather. New South Window, home of the ultimate Florida window for you. Made in Florida, for Florida homes, by Florida workers. Because we know Florida weather.
Going on now. Buy 2 windows, get a third free. Call 1-800-NEW-WINDOWS.
Jason and Todd believe in value. They're direct diamond importers and hand select each diamond directly from the cutters. By cutting out the middlemen, the Diamond District offers the best quality diamonds at the lowest prices, and they pass that savings on to you.
At the Diamond District.
While things like groceries and healthcare have gotten more expensive, at FPL what you pay for energy has gone down 10% in the last 15 years. That's reliable, clean energy at a lower price for all of us. See how at fpl.com/value.
Stay right here, because after Drew, it's Glenn Beck, 9 to noon. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
239-479-5592. Listen, I appreciate Chris Whitman calling for Captains for Clean Water. And I'm looking at a letter right now. Byron Donald signed along with Mario Diaz-Balart and Kat Kamek and Stubbe and a whole bunch of others. They're all saying they don't agree with the CC plan. There's a letter signed by them. They oppose it. You go back to the names that popped up before. Eric Eichenberg, worked for Charlie Crist, Everglades Foundation. Was his chief of staff. I don't know how much more you need to see the connections between the Everglades Foundation and the liberal money that's out there and the people that are connected to. Look, these are just facts. Unless you want to talk about, listen. Just because you're a registered Republican doesn't mean you vote that way, and doesn't mean you believe that way. It might mean you vote that way to give the presence. I mean, look, there are some people. I'm not saying this person in general, or specifically, excuse me, but in general. It's been known that there are people who will let you believe that they are Republicans, and by policies and deeds, they would do something different. Not saying it's him, not saying anything specific about that individual, but I'm just saying. Look, we all want the same thing. We all care about water quality. And the minute somebody starts talking about not sending any water to the East Coast, sorry, there's not one single part of a plan that would agree with anything like that. That could be a positive. That's not a starting point. That's like that's not a point at all. All right. CRT, please text the letter CRT to 239-479-5592. We got these Kids First Education, Not Indoctrination rallies next week, Tuesday, August 10th, 7:30 in the morning. Please be part of this movement. It's important that we let people know, the teachers know, first day of school, that we certainly do not want our kids being indoctrinated, and we've got our eye out for them. And we're watching, not for them, but on them, to make sure that that's not happening. All right, top 5 audio clips of the day. The 5 at 8:35 is on the way. And we're going to get into a lot of what is going on, including some of the comments that Pelosi and Schumer and Biden have made about Andrew Cuomo, the governor of New York, who's in a whole lot of hot water, which he's been in for a while. The governor of New York City, who's telling everybody that, listen, if you want to live in New York City and you want to live a good life, the only way is to be vaccinated. Other than that, no good life for you. Really? But that'll never come to the state of Florida because, liberal ideology doesn't end up here. And Governor Ron DeSantis will always be the governor, which is not true. All right, we'll get to all of that coming up. It's Daybreak 92.5, Fox News, right all along.
This is Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News.
Collier County residents, are you prepared for hurricane season? Get ready by bringing hazardous waste to a recycling drop-off center. Hurricane season has arrived, and the Solid and Hazardous Waste Management Division is here to help you prepare. Protect your home, family, and the environment from dangerous hazardous waste. Bring items like paint, gasoline, and batteries to a recycling center for environmentally safe disposal. Be prepared by cleaning out your home, yard, and garage. Bring items like propane tanks, oil, and electronics to a recycling center near you. Visit one of Collier County's recycling centers located in Naples, Marco Island, North Collier, northeast of Immokalee, and at the landfill. Recycling centers are open Monday to Saturday from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. While you can drop off most items for free, small fees may apply for certain items. For more information on our rates and material accepted, visit colliercountyfl.gov/recycles or call 252-7575. That's 252-7575. Be prepared for hurricane season by bringing your hazardous waste to a recycling center near you.
I'm Lois Tomey from Wink. As Wink continues the fight to feed hungry families, we also focus on our culinary community. It's our yearly celebration, Wink Taste of the Town. Good food for a good cause. This year, dozens of local restaurants will fill Centennial Park November 6th and 7th. Tempting treats, tasty tipples, live music, and family fun. Will your restaurant be part of this tasteful tradition? Sign up at tasteofthetown.net. Wink feeds families of all kinds. Wink Taste of the Town. It's all in good taste.
Lusk, Drasites, and Talisano believes winning cases is no accident. Your case is important. Pick a firm with resources to actually prosecute your case. If your case is accepted, you're guaranteed to not pay a single penny in fees or costs unless you get a favorable settlement or verdict. Lusk, Drasites, and Talisano has over 35 years of experience handling personal injury cases in Florida. Visit ldtlaw.com for a free consultation today. Winning is no accident. Lusk, Drasites, and Talisano. ldtlaw.com.
County Commissioner Kevin Ruane is fighting to protect our water quality. The Army Corps of Engineers has announced their new plan for the management of Lake Okeechobee, which will result in even more harmful discharges into the Caloosahatchee River. Kevin Ruane says no. Kevin is fighting against this plan, which protects the East Coast while harming our local waterways. He's leading the charge for modifications to balance flows to both coasts and to utilize the additional storage capacity in Lake Okeechobee now that $2 billion of repairs have been made to the Herbert Hoover Dike. Kevin Ruane knows that we should not bear the brunt of the effects from discharges while the East Coast gets none. He understands that if this plan is not modified, it will affect the quality of life, our real estate values, and our economy. We can't afford another water crisis. This is about more than just water quality. It's about our community, our children, our grandchildren, and our economy. We can count on County Commissioner Kevin Ruane to fight for us. Sponsored by Friends of Kevin Ruane, 1375 Jackson Street, number 202, Fort Myers, Florida, 33901.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. The Supreme Court said it couldn't be extended, but the Centers for Disease Control is reimposing a ban on evictions from properties with federal financing just in areas where coronavirus cases are rising through October 3rd. President Biden says there's federal rental assistance just sitting unspent.
Billions of dollars for the express purpose of providing for back rent and rent the people who are in the middle of this crisis.
And the president says New York Governor Andrew Cuomo should resign.
Biden joins a growing chorus of similar calls after New York's Attorney General revealed the findings of a 5-month investigation showing Cuomo sexually harassed 11 women, retaliating against at least one, accusations the governor denies. In Albany, the state assembly speaker announcing they will move forward with impeachment proceedings, saying Cuomo has lost the confidence of the Democratic majority and can no longer remain in office.
Fox's Rip Jenkins. America's listening to Fox News.
This update is presented by Stevie Tomato Sports Page in Fort Myers, Cape Coral, and Naples.
Wink News, traffic.
Good morning. Heading out through that crash scene we've been watching at Gladiolus Drive and Summerlin Road. We now know 2 northbound lanes are blocked on Summerlin along with a turn lane. So that's all merging onto Gladiolus Drive off of northbound Summerlin. We also have a disabled vehicle blocking a northbound turn lane on Fowler Street right near Captain Channing Page Drive. So that's right near the entrance to Page Field Airport if you're heading out in that area. Just a disabled vehicle, no actual crash there. Looking good across most of Collier County. The only crash I'm watching right now is going to be off of Davis Boulevard if you're heading through Radio Road. And it looks like also a disabled vehicle at Collier Boulevard in Golden Gate, so watch out for some activity right near the intersection of Vanderbilt Beach Road. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Happy Wednesday, Southwest Florida. Get ready for yet another wet and stormy day today. More scattered thunderstorms, some of which could be on the stronger side, producing some locally heavier rain, perhaps some locally gustier winds as these move in from the Gulf of Mexico. And with the mostly cloudy sky, we should be even a little bit cooler than average today, with most of us only set to top off in the upper 80s. Still feeling humid, though, as we continue with that chance for some showers, even into the overnight time frame. Few areas of isolated rain will be possible as we kick off your Thursday morning, with temperatures in the middle 70s. For tomorrow, expect more scattered thunderstorms, perhaps not quite as wet as what we'll have today, and we keep with a slightly drier pattern through your Friday. However, do expect additional spotty storms with highs pushing to 93 by Friday afternoon. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Blah, 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 blah. Gear up for the liberal loudmouths at work. Drew Steele, mornings on 92.5 Fox News.
Hi, it's Big Al from Stevie Tomatoes. They say love and passion makes the world go round. Love for home, family, your country, partner, a friend, and love for food. Stevie wants to be part of your love with our food, drink, sports, and fun. Our passion for your satisfaction brings our love to all of our great customers. Whether it's our brisket short rib burgers, Chicago pizza, fajitas, wings, fish fry, or ribs, it's delivered to your table with love. So at Stevie's, we invite you to share our love of great food, drinks, sports, and fun. You'll never get bored or broke. We feel loved by the sound of our great customers. We promise to treat you like family at your home away from home. I guarantee it. For daily specials, go to StevieTomato.com. Stevie Tomatoes Sports Page, Cape Coral, Fort Myers, and Naples. Come, come, come.
Stevie Tomatoes Sports Page. Come for the food. Stay for the sports.
Hi, I'm Ty Laster, managing partner and CEO of Key City Capital. So why are we here in Southwest Florida? Well, at KCAP, our mission is to connect capital to wealth for all of our partners through passive real estate investments. And very simply, we generate and distribute double-digit returns for our investors by investing in single-family homes and apartments and unique alternative cash-flowing asset-backed investments.
Call us today at 239-330-2080 or check us out online today at kcap925.com.
Oh.
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 Ladies, this is Dr. Lou Spangler at Neogenics, and we are now pleased to offer the O-Shot, also known as the orgasm shot.
Oh.
The O-Shot may help improve your ability to orgasm, improve orgasm intensity, enhance lubrication and alleviate dryness, improve or eliminate annoying urinary incontinence, and reduce or eliminate vaginal discomfort. The O-Shot is a non-surgical treatment that I perform in the office.
Oh.
There is little to no pain, and you may immediately resume all your normal activities after treatment, including sexual activity. Don't you deserve the fulfillment you've always desired? Call Neogenics now at 239-277-9999 for a free consultation. That's Neogenics at 277-9999, 239-277-9999.
This is State Representative Spencer Roach. Did you know that state legislatures have the power to redraw district boundaries for every member of Congress and every member of the state legislature? We do this based on the census that is required every 10 years. In Florida, that process is regulated by the Fair Districting Act, amended on the Florida Constitution in 2010. It requires that district lines are not drawn to favor one political party, that districts are compact, and that they follow geographic boundaries. Due to our exploding population from people fleeing liberal lockdown states, Florida will receive a new congressional seat, while socialist states like California and New York are losing seats. This proves that people are choosing freedom. The process begins this fall, and the final maps will be voted on during our session early next year. This is State Representative Spencer Roach. You can count on me to keep you updated as things unfold, and I'm counting on you to help keep Florida red, because I'm not tired of winning. Stay tuned and stay engaged. Sponsored by Friends of Spencer Roach, P.O. Box 3179, North Fort Myers, Florida, 33918.
The right place for local talk. Drew now. Trey for the drive at 5. 92.5 Fox News. Right. All along.
All right, 239-479-5592, the talk and text line streaming live, drewsteele.com, the website, Steele has 3 E's. We appreciate you watching. All right, time for the top 5 audio clips of the day. Here we go. It's the 5 at 8:35.
Drew's Top 5 at 8:35 is brought to you by Moran Wealth Management. Isn't it time to review your portfolio options? Go to moranwm.com.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Drew's 5 at 8:35. Number 5.
And this has been a really negative thing throughout this whole thing with some of these, quote, experts, some of the media. Somebody contracts a highly transmissible airborne virus, and they're viewed as having done something wrong. And that's just not the way you do it. When people come in, you treat them. You know, we obviously have some people that are not vaccinated that have been admitted to hospitals. Are you going to sit there? Are you going to sit there and criticize, or are we going to try to treat and try to help the folks? You know, I'm just sick of this judge. I'm sick of the judgmental stuff on some of this stuff. Nobody's trying to get ill here. Okay, it's a very there's people that were hermits for a year and a half that wore 6 masks and did that and still contracted it. Okay, so let's just be real here, and let's not indulge these things that somehow it's their fault for not doing it. So, okay. Well,
nice. There's the governor yesterday, Governor DeSantis, going off on the press and all of this blaming and shaming of those and the unvaccinated. And it's not like we're walking around the unvaccinated and trying to get the virus or anything like this, and stop the shaming and all of it. Good for the governor for doing that and standing up to the media.
Number 4.
Mr. President, I have a question about something that you just said.
Sure you do.
Thank you. You just said there is no wall high enough and no ocean wide enough to protect us from the virus. So what is the thinking behind letting untested and unvaccinated migrants cross the southern border into U.S. cities in record numbers?
There is what we're doing. We have not withdrawn the order that is sometimes critical or criticized, saying that unvaccinated people should go back across the border. But unaccompanied children is a different story, because that's the most humane thing to do.
All right, so it's all about the kids, everybody. So there it is. The President of the United States, when asked by Peter Doocy, and rightly so, hey, listen, we're talking about vaccinated, unvaccinated, masked, unmasked, and all of these different things and what we can and can't do and the freedoms and liberties that we are allowed to enjoy or not allowed to enjoy. And meanwhile, we have people coming across the southern border unvaccinated and being put all over the country. And why aren't we doing something about that? What about all of them? And it's about the kids. Kind of like a no answer right there from the president. What else would you expect?
Number 3.
Also, remember where we are. Today, we are living in a superheated, if not toxic, political environment. That shouldn't be lost on anyone. Politics and bias are interwoven throughout every aspect of this situation. One would be naive to think otherwise.
So on the heels of the independent investigation, the AG's office there in New York, Letitia James, releasing a report that says, yep, the governor did sexually harass multiple women, including former and current state employees. The answer from the governor is, it's all political. That's all it is. Really?
Number 2.
Right now, we have to fight COVID like never before. The Delta variant has changed the game. Unless we want to run the risk of going back to restrictions and having our freedom taken away and people losing their jobs again, it's really clear what we have to do. People have to get vaccinated. And we had a long period where it was voluntary, there was incentives, it was compassionate and kind. But now it's time to get a little blunter about the fact that everyone needs to get vaccinated for the good of their family, their community, their country.
Whoa. So on the heels yesterday of the New York City mayor, de Blasio, issuing an edict for proof of vaccination before you can live a good and full and healthy life, to be able to enjoy the theater and enjoy restaurants and enjoy friends and family and walk on the streets and do all of these different things that you've got to be vaccinated for. All right, maybe that's a little bit of an exaggeration, but very little. I mean, maybe walking on the streets, you'd be able to do unvaccinated, but all of these other things you're not going to be allowed to enjoy. On the heels of that, there he is this morning trying to explain on MSNBC that, listen, unless we want to run the risk of going back to restrictions and having our freedom taken away, so the only way to prevent our freedom from being taken away is to have our freedoms taken away. Do you see where this is going?
Number 1.
Of course I surprise myself. It's by the grace of God I'm able to even move my feet. I just leave it in his hands, and I pray that all the practice, that the hell that my freaking coaches put me through pays off. And every single time it does. And I get better and better. And it's so weird that there is no cap to the limit that I can do. And I'm excited to see what I have next.
Last question for you. That American flag around your shoulders looks pretty good. How does that feel to represent your country like this?
It feels amazing. I love representing the U.S. I freaking love living there. I love it. And I'm so happy I get to represent USA. Love it.
Well said. Congratulations. Enjoy that gold, and we'll see you out there on the podium, okay?
Thank you. I'll try not to cry, but no promises.
That is awesome. On the heels of worrying about or thinking about or even taking a second to think about those that go woke during the Olympics, like the Olympic hammer thrower Gwen Berry, who goes down in a humiliating defeat, like a 10th out of 11 people competing. Why we even got to talk about that? On the heels of the U.S. women's team in soccer that wants to take a knee all the time and completely go woke until they go broke and can't get a gold or a silver medal, and all of the things that happen to them, and we can just dismiss that. There is some good at the Olympics, and that is the joy and history all in one moment as a gold medalist, a name you should remember. Tamara Mensah-Stock celebrates her historic win and talking about how she loves the country, loves living here, is so happy to represent the USA, the first Black American woman to win a gold medal in wrestling, and only the second American woman ever to win a gold medal in wrestling in the freestyle light heavyweight event. That is to be celebrated.
Drew's 5 at 8:35.
So not all of it is bad in the Olympics. Not everything is bad. How about that? That's a good thing. Can we celebrate that? Speaking of things we can celebrate, I just want to make mention of this because this is one of those things that maybe slipped underneath the radar. Yesterday, I know a lot of people were focused on Governor Andrew Cuomo and the revelations of the investigation by Letitia James, somebody who would like to be governor herself. So, there's always politics at play. And releasing the report saying, yeah, he did it. He sexually harassed multiple women and engaged in unwanted groping and kissing and hugging and making inappropriate comments. And the staff took actions to retaliate at least against one former employee for coming forward with her story. A toxic workplace. I mean, all of this exists. And again, the politics of why is it that you have a president and Schumer and Pelosi and even Letitia James there, all of these different individuals saying he's got to resign. I mean, he's got to do this. You would imagine that Democrats protect their own. Something must be up here, unless they're trying to get somebody else that would be in there that might be a little more radical than this governor, or somebody that might hurt them in the future that, we might want to have them maybe retire, enjoy a nice cannoli. On the heels of that, and the president being asked about it yesterday and what should be done, you probably heard this.
Start with the news of the day. Given back in March, you said that if the investigation confirms the allegations against Governor Cuomo, then he should resign. So will you now call on him to resign, given the investigator said the 11 women were credible?
I stand by that statement.
Are you now calling on him to resign?
Yes.
And if he doesn't resign, do you believe he should be impeached and removed from office?
Let's take one thing at a time here. I think he should resign. I understand that the state legislature may decide to impeach. I don't know that for a fact. I've not read all that data.
No, so he doesn't know. Maybe they should, but he should resign. And then was asked this question.
And he's using a photo of you embracing him in his self-defense to say that these are commonplace kind of embraces that he made and the allegations against him. Do you condone that?
Look, I'm not going to fly-spec this. I am sure there are some embraces that were totally innocent.
Tara Reid.
But apparently the Attorney General decided there were things that weren't.
Tara Reid. Sorry. Something got in my throat there. Tara Reid. Just a weird position to be in. Oh, look up Tara Reid. Nothing to see here. But, that's a little creepy, right? That the governor would include a picture of the president and be like, hey, listen, some people might consider this sexually harassing me and the president, hanging out and getting handsy and smelling hair together. And I don't know, is that VO5 or what is that? But there was something that was missed because that question was asked after the president had a chance to sit down and the real meaning of why they were all gathered together. And it was about this. And maybe this is something that we should focus on a little more as well. And talking about gun control. You do realize that there was a discussion there, and they all got together because they were talking about some issues with guns and gun control and some of the measures that the president wants to take. And I don't know if you heard this part.
And I'm going to continue to fight this for more common sense gun laws. And we're going to continue to call on Congress to take action, which they've been reluctant to do. That includes a ban on assault weapons and high-capacity magazines like the one used in El Paso. The ID anybody needs for a pistol and or a rifle. Anyone needs 10, 12, 20, 30, 100 rounds in a rifle. It just makes no sense at all.
Can I just
Zero.
stop? Yeah, just
doesn't violate anybody's Second Amendment rights to say you can't.
Let's just stop right there. So they were all gathered yesterday. President and Vice President Harris met with the Latino community leaders and leaders in different communities and concerned about violence. And so the topic came up about guns, and sure sounds like gun control. Sure sounds like California-style regulations. And are you listening to what he's saying here? Listen carefully.
The ID anybody needs for a pistol and or a rifle. Anyone needs 10, 12, 20, 30, 100 rounds in a rifle.
10 rounds? That anybody needs 10 rounds? Now, first of all, needs when it comes to guns. I don't need a whole shelf full of bullets, do I? I don't need a gun that shoots 100. Why not? It's not about need. I need to have one that shoots 100 rounds because I don't like having to go back and reload when I'm at the range. That's what, do you see what I'm talking about? But what the president is talking about is 10 rounds. Really? Do you think 10 rounds is too many? Have you checked to see how many a magazine holds at this point? You know, I know that people get into how many in their magazine that they have and whether it holds 6 or 8 or 10, and you know they go down the line and the numbers and how the president throws out 100,000. What do you need a tank for? As if, I'm just throwing this out there, as if you had a tank in your backyard, if you were like, you know what, I just want a tank. I can't drive it anywhere. I can't really do anything with it, but wouldn't it be cool to have a tank? Not because you're planning on doing anything destructive with it, just because you want a tank. It's weird. But that may be your only intention is, hey, I got a tank. The assumption that because you have 10 rounds, 20 rounds, 50 rounds, 100 rounds, 1,000 rounds, that means you're going to do something. No. Law-abiding citizens aren't doing anything bad or evil with 10 rounds in their gun. I'm pretty confident that non-law-abiding citizens would have no problem doing things that are non-law-abiding, like following your dictates. But the law-abiding, yeah, they're the ones that get hurt and all this, but don't worry about that. I thought that was a pretty important element of what was said yesterday that was kind of overlooked. All right, 239-479-5592. And again, on the heels of what we know is happening all across the country, not just Southwest Florida, but across the country when it comes to the teaching of social justice, diversity, equity, and inclusion, white fragility, white supremacy, the social construct of gender. And listen, you can be whatever you want to be. And also the concerns that many people have about at what age and how teachers are teaching, you know, the overarching theme of what critical race theory is, the Marxist ideology of critical race theory. We're not doing it. And we're watching teachers in school districts. Again, I brought this up earlier today as MRC had a great article about this. And listen, here's your teachers around the country that are describing how they're teaching kids. It's not critical race theory. It's not like critical race theory 101, but it's how they're teaching math, how they're teaching science, how they're teaching English language arts.
Racism is systematic. So it's impossible to be systematically racist to white people in an American society.
Teaching that systemic racism exists isn't in itself a racist practice. That is the first step toward healing, which this country desperately needs.
I am part of the equity and racial justice team at my school district and have been mentoring students of color who have been leading these changes in our district. They have implemented new curriculum that is unwhitewashed.
New curriculum that's unwhitewashed? Okay. Here's how you begin to fight back against this ideology and the way that teachers believe that they should be teaching our kids. Please, next week, Tuesday, it's a big ask, and please, we need your help to be out there in mass. Next Tuesday, August 10th, 7:30 a.m., all across Southwest Florida, 5 different locations. One is near you. Please Text the letters CRT to 239-479-5592. Find out a location that is near you so that you can be together with us and rally to make kids first. Education, not indoctrination. To let Southwest Florida know that we're not going away. Let Southwest Florida know that we're keeping an eye on not only the teachers that are thinking this way, but the school districts and unions and all of these individuals that are doing things within our districts, the school books and the like. We've got an eye on you. And the way to do this is to be there at these rallies. Please, we've got to have people, large numbers in mass, to show that we want to make a difference. You've been at school boards. This is your time to step up once again and to help us out. 7:30 a.m. Tuesday, August 10th. Text the letters CRT to 239-479-5592 and find out the location near you of where you can be part of a rally to make kids first and education, not indoctrination. All right, we'll talk about this more tomorrow. It's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, right all along. Let's find out what's going on with the remainder of our forecast with Wink News meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Get ready for another wet and stormy day today with more scattered thunderstorms in the forecast, some of which could be on the stronger side of things, producing some heavy rain and perhaps some locally gustier winds. A mostly cloudy sky along with the rain keeping temperatures down a bit today, as we'll only be topping off in the upper 80s for most areas. Things wind down as we head into this evening. More scattered thunderstorms on tap for your Thursday, though we will be a little bit drier. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Pandemic, market drops, elections. Don't let the noise and fear distract you. Where do you go for clarity in uncertain times? I'm Alfie Townsend, Southwest Florida's financial planner. For experience, advice on planning for retirement, visit savingtheinvestor.com.
It's the first day of the first grade, and she found a new best friend. It's a laid-back Sunday afternoon you wish would never end. The homemade taste of Bluebell and good friends gathered round. The good old days are being made right now.
Our original gold-rimmed homemade vanilla, the country's gold standard of ice cream flavors since 1969. Its hand-cranked taste takes you back to simpler times. That's why we put the word home right on the carton.
The good old days are being made right now. The good old days are being made right now.
Look for Bluebell ice cream at all Winn-Dixie supermarkets and Jerry's Foods Market on Sanibel Island.
It's a new day, and it's coming at you fast. It could be the day your workforce doubles, or the day your visitors quadruple. With Comcast Business, you'll have what you need to take on every twist and turn, like the flexibility to control multiple Wi-Fi networks from anywhere, and the power of the nation's largest gig speed network, the one that can deliver gig speeds to the most businesses. Every day in business is a big day. We'll keep you ready for what's next. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get started with a great offer for $35 each a month for 24 months for 2 years when you buy both. Want even more speed? Ask how to get up to 10 gigs for your small business. Call 1-800-501-6000 or go to ComcastBusiness.com today to find out more. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. New customers only with 35 megabits per second internet and one voice line. Early termination fee applies. Requires EcoBill and AutoPay. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. Compares Comcast Business 10 gig EDI with AT&T 1 gig.
Trust. It's the rock-solid foundation of Moran Wealth Management. Over 40 years ago, they began advising clients on ways to help meet their financial goals. 4 decades later, we've helped many reach their goals of providing for themselves, their families, and future generations. CEO Tom Moran has assembled an impressive team of professionals, each committed to the same core concept. Tom is recognized by Barron's as a Hall of Fame advisor. To be named a Hall of Fame advisor, the advisor has to have been ranked by Barron's consecutively for the last 10 years in any of their rankings. Let us earn your trust. Call 239-920-4440 or visit MoranWM.com. Barron's rankings are based on data provided by thousands of advisors. Factors included in the rankings were assets under management, revenue produced for the firm, regulatory record, length of service, quality of practice, and client retention. Investment products and services are offered through Wells Fargo Advisors Financial Network, LLC, WFAFN, member SIPC. Moran Wealth Management is a separate entity from WFAFN.
I received a call the other day from a woman. Her husband tragically was unable to call himself, but he had told her, if anything ever happens to me, call Morgan & Morgan. And what higher honor could we receive than protecting someone's family after they're gone? Life can be shattered in a moment. When that happens, know that America's largest injury law firm is here for you. When it comes to law, size matters. We're America's largest injury law firm, Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
I wasn't able to sleep in my own bed. Because of my wife's struggles with CPAP, I had to move out to the couch, out to the recliner, out to my son's bunk bed. That is, until she started using Inspire, a sleep apnea treatment that works inside her body with just the click of a remote.
Get back to sleeping in your own bed with Inspire. No mask, no hose, just sleep. To learn more, visit InspireSleep.com. Inspire, sleep apnea innovation. Inspire is not for everyone. Talk to your doctor to see if it's right for you and review important safety information at InspireSleep.com.
Even the left speaker sounds right when you're listening to 92.5 WFSX Estero, Fox News. Right all along.